What is the deal, son? Huh? Yo,
What's
we
going
got
on?
we got the heavyweight bout going on tonight, which y'all all been ready for. Let's get ready to rumble. We going down with Fright Night versus Lost Boys, two of the most classic vampire movies of all time, and we throwing nothing but fucking Mike Tyson uppercuts. You know what I'm saying? Your left hooks. We ain't playing around with no games. Without further ado, you know what I'm saying? In your upper left hand corner here, you one of the pound for pound greatest fighters, debaters of the world. Q Reviews, you know what I'm saying? In the upper left corner, you got Aaron Carlson, you know what I'm saying, pound for pound, you know what I'm saying, the heavyweight bout hold for I don't know how many years. I'm making this shit up as I go. At the bottom left, you got Rashad G Reviews, again, one of the world's pound for pound greatest debaters in the history of Florida. And at the bottom right, you have Attorney Cuba, one of the most grand knockout motherfuckers who will knock you out on set just for looking the wrong way. That is Cuban.
This motherfucker.
Let's go, y'all. Let's go. So that was an introduction. I'm gonna give y'all a little bit more introduction so y'all can introduce yourself before we go down. I'll let you start, Aaron. You know, tell a little something about the people to yourself.
Absolutely. Aaron Carlson, filmmaker up here in the Pacific Northwest near Tacoma, Seattle area. Been making movies for 20 some odd years. Features, documentaries, all kinds of shit, horror, love it all. Do everything from editing to filming to writing, directing, all of it. Swiss Army knife filmmaker. That's me.
Oh,
nice.
So now to Rashad G. You've been on the channel plenty of times before. You know what I'm saying? So.
Well, not quite the filmmaker yet. Right now, I'm a talking head. I critique movies and talk shit about them and talk good about them. So I'm either a filmmaker's best friend or their worst enemy. Because if I praise a movie, they love me. If I hate the movie, then they come at me with razor blades and lemon juice, man. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Now on to the attorney Cuba. That looks like the prosecutor who sent me to jail. So let's get some little bit of introduction to him. You've been on the show plenty of times yourself, but allow me to introduce you.
Yeah, I'm Attorney Cuba today, representing Peter Anthony. Peter Anthony, the legend, the god, the mad Cuban, the extremely good-looking, jacked up, legendary director, writer, filmmaker, freelance photographer, porn homemaker, womanizer, obviously. Hello. And tonight I represent Peter Anthony as Attorney Cuba in this debate to give the facts to the world with not my Cavassier, which I wish I had, but with my scotch. So be ready.
Scotchy, scotch. Here it goes down to my belly.
You ate a whole wheel of cheese. I'm not even mad.
You picked it. I can't argue with you about the scotch, bro. So you're good.
That's good stuff. So I think this is how it's gonna go down tonight. We got two people here representing Fright Night and two people representing Lost Boys. And I think we're gonna go, you know what I'm saying, pound for pound, you know what I'm saying, back and forth, you know what I'm saying, to hear each other's debates on this. Like for me, myself, I am team Fright Night. Aaron is team Lost Boys. Rashad is also team Lost Boys. And Attorney Cuba is Fright Night. So yeah, we got an even bout here. And I try to keep the questions fair, you know what I'm saying, to go off the debate. And I think this is how it's gonna go to keep it easy, you know what I'm saying? I think I will go first. And I think probably just how it is set up on the screen here. I will go first. I think Aaron can go second, Rashad third, and Attorney Cuba last on the debate. Y'all guys all agree with that?
I'm good with that.
Yeah. Did you say earlier? I thought we spoke that there's going to be a closing argument that we get a last go. Is that correct?
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. That is absolutely correct. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be bout for bout. It's just going to be some random questions. You're allowed to object to the people's, responses and things like that. So like if you don't agree, we'll try to keep it with the two people, but like, of course, other people can rebuttal just to keep it, more streamlined and more debates to the point. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, we'll keep it with the two, and we'll go like that. Me and Aaron will go, then Rashad and Cuba will go. You know what I'm saying, on the same points. Yeah. So y'all down with that?
And then maybe Q read some of the responses, right? The comments in between those two, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No
Rejected heroes.
So Q, did you do that shit on purpose, man? Having a bald on bald crime here, you know what I'm saying?
Aaron's bald too. Okay. Attacking the bald heads. All right.
Oh man.
Honestly, you're alone, motherfucker.
I'm the one singled out here. Yeah. Rejected heroes in the house. Welcome to Fright Night for real.
Yes, sir.
For real.
Q and
Condor. Like, yeah. Bro, make a good hype, man. Rejected heroes again. Julian Smith says the Lost Boys is more like a Pepsi fight. Fright Night is the Coca-Cola. Ooh. They swinging already, son. They swinging already.
Okay.
Smoke.
Rejected Heroes Media says, Lord, Rashad team, Lost Boys. This, come on. Yeah. My bad.
Mm-hmm.
My eyes are bad.
You're good.
What the fuck is wrong with that? Come on.
Yeah, come on. So come on. All right. Damn. I don't know who we got. It seems like we got a lot of we got a lot of Fright Night people in the house. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Where the Lost Boys at? You know what I'm saying? But
it's only 3 people, niggas. Shit. that's only 3.
We already know. We know the better film is. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to keep it. You know what I'm saying? Cordial. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to keep it cordial.
Right.
We'll keep it real on here. We're gonna keep it
real. Before I keep it real, I gotta take the Deontay Johnson fucking Mortal Kombat suit off.
Okay.
I'm sweating like a slave. I can't do it. This shit too hot. So
we don't need that. We don't need that.
Is that your Fright Night shirt?
Oh yeah. Come on, man. I'm ripping. It's a Japanese one too.
That's actually dope. Yeah, that's
thanks,
cool.
man. Thanks, man. I got to represent the better movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, I couldn't find a Lost Boys shirt that's dope.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
All right. All right.
Just bring it.
Let's come out swinging. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming out swinging. I'm gonna say, and this is a question for the whole panel. Why do you think your movie is better than the other competitor? So I'm gonna tell you why I think Fright Night is better. You know what I'm saying? Just off the competitor. So we like throwing haymakers in the first round, right? Compare. I think Fright Night is a better film. I think it's a better made film. I think the cast of the actors are better. I think it's a scarier movie. I think they respect the vampire lore better than the Lost Boys. And as for the special effects, I mean, it's no question there. And that's just a small little taste I'm gonna give you why I think Fright Night is better than Lost Boys. I'll leave it over to Aaron. Why you think Lost Boys is better than Fright Night?
Well, I would say that. Let me put this out there right away. Fright Night's a great film.
Oh yeah,
one of my top 10 fucking horror movies of all time. So much respect there to this film. However, if you're talking about pure nostalgia and what brings you back to a moment in your life, I got to go with Lost Boys. And that is the absolutely one reason why I think this film is better. Now, did Fright Night hit some points? Hell yeah, it did. But it was actually paying tribute to older films, in my opinion. The older genre of vampires. What Lost Boys did was elevated that. It brought it to today's level, especially in the 80s. And I'll leave it at that for now, because there's a lot more to go through. But that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at.
Nice. This is just early, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
early,
I got a lot more rounds in me. Let's go.
So, Rashad, why do you think The Lost Boys is a better movie than Fright Night?
Well, listen, like my man said, I love both movies, man. You know, Lost Boys is number 1. Fright Night is a very close number 2. You know what I'm saying? This is like Michael and Kobe. You know what I mean? Barry Sanders, Emmett Smith.
There you go.
1 and 2, but both of them are dope. Yo, if you put any other vampire movie against either of them, I'm picking one of those. You know, but I have to give the edge to Lost Boys just because just more, to me, more memorable scenes. I think it has more rewatchability. I think it has a better pace, because one of the critiques that a lot of 80s films gets is that, oh man, it was slow, it's 80s cheese. And now both of them have 80s cheese, but to me, I think Lost Boys has a pace that can keep up with today's movies, whereas Fright Night, it has 80s written all over, where it hasn't aged as well as the Lost Boys have. And I think that's where I give the edge. And also, I think better performances, more likable characters. I'm definitely going to get to that in a minute. Lost Boys has way more likable
Better
characters.
performances.
Better performances.
Yes. Performances.
Yes. I said it.
We'll get into it. I'm with you, Rashad. I'm with you, bro. I'm with you.
What?
And I'm going to leave it at that. So like Ali, I came with a few right-hand leads. The Foreman, all right, had to surprise him real quick. So I'm going to step back, ready for the next round.
Okay. All right. Attorney Cuba.
I thought
why do you think Fright Night is better than the Lost Boys? But I'm saying your short rebuttal.
Short rebuttal. Yeah, I thought that question would be last. I thought we were going to hit on points. And then
don't worry.
And then
we got better.
That. Okay. So I'll try to make it short. How do I do it without giving away other points or the closing argument? I think it's it's a scarier movie. It's not even close in my mind. I think it pays homage to what we grew up as horror fans, the true horror fans, especially somebody my age, 47. That to me, it's the real horror fan. The Lost Boys was an MTV cool, sexy, fad, neon light glowing film that attracted all females and males and people of all likes. And like I said, was the MTV generation. But Fright Night to me is timeless. It is boundless. It has the true horror villain. It has true horror, true effects, true scary sounds. The soundtrack is better for music in Lost Boys. The sound effects are much better in Fright Night. You are scared at points just off the music, just off the first person view of Jerry Genders through a goddamn window. You're more scared than in moments of Lost Boys where they're riding around their little fucking bikes, queefing and shit everywhere. So, right. Oh, I'm getting fucking warmed up over here.
Get warmed up.
All right.
So that's it.
He came up swinging.
I got for now.
That's enough. All right. Yeah. Before we go deeper into that, because we can go deeper off a lot of those points, and we can go deeper. Y'all want to get hit with another, question to bring it on just to jab, or anybody want to object to any of those points?
I'm just listening.
All right.
Rashad, you got anything to say? I'm gonna respect you, brother. You got something to say? Retort.
I thought he said better acting, and Rashad, I have my points all right here.
Okay.
Every single point of every single movie inside the
movie.
You came prepared.
When you break down the movie, Rashad, there's probably 27 categories, and the Lost Boys probably win 75% of those categories, including better overall actors. I give you.
Right, hold
on. But better acting.
Whoa. That's my next question.
Yeah, okay.
That's my next question.
Yeah,
hold on. Let me read a comment first. Julian Smith said, I'm Team Lost Boys, also released in 87 with Arnold double feature on Running Man and The Predator. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's a good year. You know what I'm saying?
It was a good year.
Those are all action movies, right?
Right.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just all right. Anthony Stoto says Fright Night is what I watch more. All right. Me too. And also Anthony Starr said Lost Boys is great, but it's too, I don't know, family oriented.
I don't know about that one.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll get into it.
Okay.
Here's a question. Could they remake the Lost Boys in 2023 and still make it good? Now, that's a great question. I wish I would have.
Yeah, they did. It was called Twilight. God damn it. They already
bullshit. Bull fucking shit.
They already did. Motherfuckers.
Yes, because that's the main point I wanted to make. No one's gonna fucking touch Lost Boys. Everybody's fucking scared.
That is kind of Lost Boys, right? The coming of age vampire story.
No. Not even close. Listen, I actually had to sit through Twilight because me and my cousin had a collab, and she challenged me to watch the Twilight movies. Yeah. Those are hours that I can never get back. And those are sparkly vampires that don't even eat people. They eat animals to keep from eating people.
And those are.
That's some pussy shit.
Yeah, and they were made off of novels. That's not anything to do with this. Get that shit out. Yeah. That does not count at all. So
after you. Yeah, go ahead. Say it.
There's no way. I mean, if you literally break down the remake, that's the reason. No one's going to remake Lost Boys right now. Everybody's too chicken shit to try to remake that. Right. It's timeless. It's already, no one's going to touch it. You know, they tried with Fright Night with the remake, and that makes me question why. Why did they do that? Well, they thought they could do that story even better to make it contemporary, right? Lost Boys already has that. It's already still mainstream. I showed my fucking kids Lost Boys and they love it. You know, it's no different than Cobra Kai is with fucking Karate Kid. It's got life. It's got life. And to me, that matters. Now, do I think Fright Night holds up to this day? Yes, but I grew up in the 80s. It's different. How do you make a story last? How do you make it still pertinent to today's generation where they respect it? I could show my kids Fright Night now. They'll probably laugh. They watch Lost Boys and like, fuck, this is cool. Okay, yes, it's cheesy. Yes, it's got nostalgia, but that shit resonates with people. And I'm telling you, that's the only reason why Lost Boys fucking works. And
I just have to add this real quick. It just the coolness factor. Yo, when I was a kid, I wanted to be, even though I'm a brother, I wanted to be the 5th member of the Lost Boys, man. I thought that's how cool they was. You know what I'm saying? They had the cool ass jackets. They rode the bikes. They got all the girls. You know what I'm saying? And let me tell you something. And even though they was pretty, wasn't nothing bitch made about them. All right. Whoever stepped to them got fucked up.
They got fucked up.
They did. Even attacked some surf Nazis for no reason. So just the coolness factor right alone gives Lost Boys another edge over Fright Night, man.
Yeah. I give the edge to this. Jerry Daniels was nothing to fuck with at all, son. The motherfucker was a true villain, a horror villain. You were scared of this nigga.
He pulled off a Cosby sweater and made it look sexy and scary.
It made it look scary, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, this motherfucker was every time he was on screen, he demanded dominance. You know what I'm saying? His dominance present in that music. Come on,
tell him about the fruit bat. Tell him about the fruit bat, Q. Tell him about the fruit bat.
Yeah. You didn't know why he was eating fruit the whole movie and shit. The actor said, you know what I'm saying, I think we should make Jerry Daniels a fruit bat. So like when he bit an apple completely in half with his real motherfucking vampire teeth, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. With his real motherfucking vampire teeth and threw it at people, you know what I'm saying? You were scared of him. He was a threat. I never felt threatened in Lost Boys. I always felt like tickled and shit. Like, oh, this is cute. And by the way, we're talking about sparkles. When I watched it last night, when they stabbed Bill from Bill and Ted Excellent Adventure, the motherfucking blood had sparkles. He had like the other dude had sparkles on his back and shit. I'm like, what's going on?
That was like pink as vampire blood. It wasn't no damn sparkle.
Your fruit bowl ain't safe with the fruit bat.
Look, I'll give you Dandridge. I will give you guys Dandridge. Okay, Chris Sarandon did fucking great in that movie. He was the actually only real true threat in that fucking film. Yep. Okay, he was it. You had a gang of fucking vampires that didn't give a fuck in Lost Boys. They didn't, and it resonated.
And I want to add to what Q said too. Now, Jerry Dandridge, he's that dude. Okay, I will not take that away from him. No. One of the smoothest vampires you'll ever see on.
He could have been a Lost Boy. You know what I'm saying?
He could have been a Lost Boy, but okay, now you're talking about the threat. When you step to the Lost Boys at all in the movie, you got taken care of right then and there. All right. So with Michael, they wanted to recruit Michael. That's why Michael, they didn't really fuck with him. But anybody else, if you looked at them wrong, or if you stepped to them, but see Jerry Dandridge, he was playing games with this kid. Almost like Terry Silver trying to seduce Daniel. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, why are you fucking with this kid? Just kill him and get it over with.
Jerry Dandridge, when you got your girlfriend, right? And back in the day, like in the 80s, and the vibrator came out, you went to the store, got the vibrator, you started jamming it. You thought, oh, I'm the shit. I got the vibrator. That motherfucker had the fuck machine 4000 in your girl. Okay? He had a thumb inside the asshole before people knew what assholes were about. He was 2 levels above you.
But that's the problem. You see, he was more into that than being a fucking vampire.
And no, he wasn't. He was a man vampire.
Fingers all long and shit, eating apples, killing motherfuckers.
It took him to get threatened by the fucking neighbor kid who was a fucking teenage boy.
He didn't want to get caught.
A fucking goddamn chick from Married with Children. That's not good.
You look good too.
Anthony Cello said, Lost Boys is too mainstream. Perp minded in the house. Salute. What up, Perp? Salute. You know what I'm saying? Rejected Hero says, right, fights like they queefing.
That's classic. That's
That's a great comment. Yes, that was great. Rashad got the new setup.
I ain't got no new setup, man. I just didn't feel like setting up in my regular area. This is my plain ass living room.
Hey, this is the better version of Rashad. Last time we got a black wall. He was in bed.
You got my avatar. You got my avatar. That's what you got.
Shirley and Christy says from Geeks Chat Reviews, good point. Fright Night had a scary villain. Don't remember his name. Lost Boys was like a coming of age story and had a cool cast.
There you go, Shirley.
Agree.
You know what's up. You know what's up.
If I want to see the coming of age vampire story, I watch Interview with a Vampire. Ooh.
That's another good one.
He's a fan of that.
All right. All right. Julian Smith says The Lost Boys starring Kiefer Sutherland, Jamie
Gertz.
Yes. Jason Patrick, Diana Weiss,
Diana
the
Weiss.
great Corey Haim, and Corey Bellman.
Jason Patrick's father is Damien from The Exorcist, and Jason Patrick's grandfather is whatchamacallit from The Honeymooners.
Mm-hmm.
You guys knew that.
Yeah.
Family stories.
Yeah.
See, it's almost an unfair comparison because, you know, that's why I respect Fright Night so much. That's why it's hard for this debate because those actors weren't known. They weren't known as well as some of the major cast members that are in.
Yeah. We got to get into some more serious questions too, because I think they're both very well made films. Without a doubt. You know what I'm saying? So this is fun. My brother Lance here says we a split house. Wifey got Lost Boys, and I got Fright Night. Well, wifey is wrong, bro. You need to leave.
You need to leave her. You need to leave her right now.
Out of here.
We get a divorce now.
Yeah, and I'm sure Peter already offended her by saying queef.
Sorry. No. So anyone else like the Fright Night remake at the time of its release? Then I find it aged terribly because I did. I watched it once.
I don't know. I didn't mind the remake, honestly.
I didn't mind it, but I don't never revisit that one.
I'm a Colin Farrell fan, though. I thought he did a good job.
I thought Colin Farrell was great in the Friday Night remake. I agree.
I agree.
I don't know. I got too much love for the OG to watch the remake, man. Like whenever we make one of my classics, I don't watch it.
If you redid E.T. with better CGI, better effects, and a better actor, it still wouldn't be better than E.T.
No, it wouldn't.
You're right. Great point.
Yeah.
Attorney Cuban, you're right.
Yeah.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
Christy Geek says they failed with the Friday Night remake.
I couldn't do it.
I understand it.
My brother says you have to have
you have to have faith.
You have to have faith.
Point. That's a good. I'm glad he brought that up. Lance, thank you for bringing that up. So let's talk about that for a minute. You know, in every fucking vampire movie, it always comes down to faith. What I liked about Lost Boys is they had another guy fucking turned into Blade, basically. He had the same powers as fucking the goddamn vampires because he was bit. It made it a little more balanced. You know, it always comes down to someone like, what was his name? The priest in Fright Night. Help me out, guys. Come on.
Peter Vincent.
Peter Vincent. Thank you, Peter Vincent. The show guy. We had to turn Peter Vincent into Van Helsing again, basically, right? Which I respect. It's fucking cool. But at the same time, it always came down to faith with this vampires. I really love Lost Boys because they actually had two vampires fucking duking it out. One that wasn't completely all right with the situation, and you had another one who had been there for a while. That's fucking cool. See, to me, that really ties in the vampire lore a little better because it's about the belief in yourself, the willpower you have. You know, you got Patrick not wanting to be that guy. That's fucking dope.
Yeah. And I don't think we ever got that in a vampire movie before.
No, we haven't.
Yeah, I agree. And he was even embarrassed for his family to see him like that, hence him hiding in the closet.
Yeah, man.
I agree with that point.
That's fucking cool, right? That was a different level. And I know a lot of people
got your second question.
All right, second question coming up. It was the one we kind of went into it a little bit, but which film had the better actors and which film had the best cast?
It's not a fair question.
Yeah.
Not fair?
Explain what you mean a little bit more by that. Do you mean who had the better actor or who had
the better actors, you know what I'm saying, combined in the whole film, the best actors, and then like
as a collective?
Yeah. As a collective, and then who had the better cast as well? You know,
you got Schumacher directing, and you've got an entire loaded cast of named people back then that jumped on Lost Boys.
Well, Q, you're first, right? You're first on the question.
Oh, sorry, Q. You go.
Oh no, no problem. Yeah, right here, I'm gonna go, of course, with Fright Night as the better cast of actors. You know what I'm saying? As actor goes, you know what I'm saying. Charlie Brewster, much as a bitch that he is, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Always call the police the motherfucking 1985 Karen. But like, you believe him, you believe his fucking story. You know what I'm saying? You going with him, he's crying, he's a scared little boy. As for Jerry Dandruff, I never seen a vampire that scary, especially in 1985 when I want to bring up, like, that was like slashers were on top at that time. I mean, like the Jason Voorhees, the Freddy Kruegers, and to bring the vampire lore back and then bring a powerful vampire in as Jerry Dandruff was just amazing. The late great Peter Vincent was just a thespian actor. That fear in his eyes is uncontrollable. Like, I mean, like, you are really scared him. You really feel sad for this actor. You know what I'm saying? You don't want him to get hurt. And even though he got to show his bravery at the end, you know, the Married with Children, Amy. I think Amy does a great job of being the jealous girlfriend. And I think she, you know what I'm saying, she really plays it off well. And it's only a small cast here. I think it's around 6 people in this entire movie, really. And it seems like more. No, it's only like 6 people in this movie. And they all didn't come to mess around, dog. They brought every last one of these actors in Fright Night, brought their A game. As for me as a kid, I thought it was believable. I thought it was real. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I give the better actors towards Fright Night. I'll leave it off to you, Aaron. What do you think? Who had the better actors in the film? Or I mean, you can choose Fright Night if you want.
No. I'm with you. I'm with you, and I got much respect. I think there's 3 actors in Fright Night that carried that movie, and it was Jerry, which I think was Chris Sarandon, and correct. Then there's Roddy McDowall. Is that who played Peter Vincent? I think so. Yeah. And I can't remember the guy name who played Brewster, but you know,
William. Stephen Godfrey or whatever. Jeffrey Evil Ed.
Yeah, I can't remember. Anyway, those 3 characters to me stand out in Fright Night, right? But then if you go to Lost Boys, I mean, you think about it. You've got the 2 Corys at the time. You've got Kiefer. You know, you've got Jennifer Gantz, who is a much better female protagonist than Marcy Darcy from fucking. I can't do it.
I agree.
And Jason Patrick. I mean, look what that guy. That guy is such a fucking great actor. I can't help but go with Lost Boys on this. So that's where I stand. You know, there are some great acting performances in Fright Night. I'll give you that. You know, especially Dandridge. He's fucking ridiculous. But I can't give it to Fright Night on that one. I can't.
For the actors or
for the actors. And I got to go with Lost Boys.
I'll break this down to the second question for the cast. Who do you think has the best cast?
We didn't. Hold on, me and Rashad didn't get to answer the other question.
Leaving out the ball hits again.
I think you meant both questions, one versus the other. Q is what you meant. Yeah. I'll answer to it. Go ahead.
Okay, who has the floor now?
You do.
Okay. Without a question, Lost Boys, I believe, has the better cast. Fright Night, Roddy McDowall, Chris Sarandon. That's it. Now, the actor that plays Brewster, I mean, I guess he did a good job with what they gave him, but I hated that character.
Which is why he's so good.
Which just means he did good.
Yes.
But we're supposed to root for the guy. We're supposed to be on his side and like him, but it's like, you know, you can't relate to him at all because, okay, first of all, I can't speak for y'all, but if somebody moves next to me that I suspect is a vampire, I'm leaving them the fuck alone. I'm not finna antagonize them. I'm not gonna bother them because I want my black ass to make it to another day. You know what I mean? So if anything, I'll probably call the popo on the slide with them crime line numbers or whatever. But I'm not like there was times in that movie where Jerry Dandridge became the protagonist for me, where I said, "Yo, kill this kid." I'm rooting for Jerry the whole time now. I want Charlie to die. And don't let me start on Evil Ed. Come on, man. If Evil Ed don't make your ears bleed when he talks. Oh, Brewster, you're so cool. Don't call me evil anymore. Got on my last fucking nerve. And now we're talking about the damsel in distress. Yo, come on, man. Yo, even the Fright Night people, you have to admit, yo, Jamie Gertz, Darcy ain't touching Jamie Gertz, man. No, Marcy. Jamie Gertz is the reason I went through puberty, all right? Yo, when I saw her, that's when I started realizing, like, hey, what's going on down there? You know what I'm saying? Not even close. So to wrap it up, Lost Boys has the best cast, hands down as a whole. But Jerry and Chris Sarandon and Roddy McDowall, they absolutely killed it in Fright Night. I will give them that.
I give them that too.
I know I'm up, but hey, Rejected Heroes, if I may answer on your question, if they remade both movies today, what studio would you want it to do? I would have A24 make Fright Night, and I would have whoever made fucking Barbie do goddamn The Lost Boys. Get that fucking question out the way now. I'm up. Get that fucking question out the goddamn way. Get me on the screen.
You're representing Peter Anthony.
Get me the fuck on the screen.
All right, yeah. Well, I just want to give a shout out to Rejected Heroes. That's my first super chat ever. You know what I'm saying? $5. Thank you so much. Man. I never got
Good job, Rejected Heroes. Thank you, brother. Thank you.
I really appreciate it, man.
That's badass.
All right.
Good for you.
Ooh,
damn. Let's get it.
Cuba.
So I think it was a dual question that Q posed, and that is who has the better actors, a better cast. How many is what he means. How many awesome people were in there versus who had the better theatrical acting in the film. Am I right, Q?
Yes, absolutely. That's why you need a lawyer.
So both points. The Lost Boys had way more actors that were pretty good. I mean, nobody was really horrible except for the fucking main bad guy. He was fucking atrocious. So they across the board from A to Z, you have better comedy, better actors, better bigger names throughout the whole thing. But actors, I mean, give me a break. Evil Ed, I mean, dinner is in the oven. I mean, when he gets that script, that doesn't say it like that. I'm an actor. It just says dinner's in the fucking oven. For him to make it like that is an actor, whether you like it or not. He's a true actor. And then to have Jerry Dandridge and then Roddy McDowall, who's legendary, Planet of the Apes, so on and so forth. Those three are better actors than anybody in Lost Boys, especially at that point. But yes, Lost Boys A to Z kicks their ass. Better actors. It's not even close. I think Fright Night takes the cake.
Jamie Gertz and Darcy,
well
Mr. Cuba.
Oh, Jamie Gertz and Darcy. Jamie Gertz is way sexier. The girl you want to bang, the girl next door that's a little bit off, that you can do something freaky with. She tries to act like she's good in calculus, but she's really good in bed. Yeah, that's Jamie Gertz. However, if you go back and watch the movie, Darcy is actually more sexual. Now, does that mean you want her? No, but she's more sexual in that movie than Jamie Gertz is. Just by the way,
hey, she was ready to fuck within the first 5 minutes.
She was ready to fucking cup the balls and everything, bro.
Yeah.
Charlie, I'm ready for you to destroy this pussy. Wait, some motherfuckers bringing a coffin in the house.
I don't know. She has short hair though. Short hair in the 80s does not work, bro. I grew up in the 80s. It's fine. And I'm older than Peter, so trust me, it wasn't a good look. It wasn't.
Okay, and Q, thank you. Come on, this dude's about to get some ass, and you worry about the dude moving next door? Come on, man. Yo, from the jump, I ain't like Charlie.
Yeah, that wouldn't have been me. I'd have been dead. Yeah.
Jerry killed this guy.
Damn, great answers.
That's
great answers all around, bro.
Yeah.
All right. Anthony Stolo said Roddy McDowall is the best actor in either film, but Lost Boys is the better ensemble.
I agree.
I agree too. Yeah, I mean, they had so many people. You got Kieran Sutherland. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? All these great actors, you know, Corey Feldman and Corey Haim, and you know what I'm saying? That's just a fun ensemble for the whole film. You know what I'm saying? I know it's supposed to be Team Fright Night, but
the problem is that the main vampire in the Lost Boys is such a piece of shit compared to the main vampire in Fright Night. You got to give me that fact too. It's not even close.
I can give you that, but they didn't call it the main vampire. They called it the Lost Boys.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying.
That's what I'm saying.
If we broke the ensemble out and the actors out, if we broke that out, we got to be honest.
I agree. Max is a weak villain. Max is a weak villain.
Yeah,
I'll give you that.
Totally agree.
Yeah. Because I thought he was I thought he was like the Saved by the Bell vice principal or something. You know what I'm saying?
And then the whole movie ended.
Like, this is the vampire.
Well, let's think about it.
The whole movie ended on the grandfather telling a stupid joke, which to me, like, just kind of ruined it for the Lost Boys. Like, that's the problem we said in San Diego.
I'm losing my goddamn mind.
Yeah, that was
my old grandpa.
That's a beautiful twist.
Well, I think that worked because he knew the whole time that there were vampires there, so it kind of added to the creep factor of it.
Yeah,
it wasn't scary.
Yeah,
I thought it added to the anticlimactic of the movie. Really?
Well, I mean, it depends on what you're watching a movie for, too, you guys. I mean, are you watching it just for the horror, or are you watching it for the entertainment? That's the concept we're talking about, right?
Horror.
Yeah, that's
okay, and I think that's the thing, because I think movies has lost their fun, and I think that's what the 80s brought. They brought a lot of fun. to their concepts and their storylines and everything else. And I think that's why Lost Boys resonates for more people, in my opinion, than Fright Night. Now, did I enjoy Fright Night? Yeah, but not everybody gets that campy humor. Fright Night's hilarious. There's some really funny moments in there, and there's some horrific moments in it. That's what made it so good. It's up there with Evil Dead for me. It's one of those type of films. But if you want like an overall film, like you said, like a Barbie film, Cuba, Lost Boys resonates. I mean, I've never listened to the soundtrack alone with Fright Night, not once. No. I listen to the Lost Boys soundtrack all the fucking time. You know why? Because it's badass. And people like that. That's why Cobra Kai does what it does. It's like Johnny always was like, it's badass, be badass. Right, that's what the 80s was about. Lost Boys captured that, where I think, you know, Fright Night's more of a cult classic, if that makes sense, where it may resonate well with certain folks that are looking for a certain thing, but Lost Boys is universal. And there's nothing that you can do about that. I mean, they had all their cylinders popping, man, and that's what makes it so fucking cool. And cool matters. I really think it does.
They had everything popping for entertainment. I'll give you that. 100% for entertainment. Yes, 100%. And by the way, was it how was as an attorney? I had a question for you. Peter Anthony on set, was he entertaining and fun and exciting and exuberant on set? How was he to deal with?
Well, I'll tell you what about Peter Anthony.
Also, did he get injured and yet just fucking troop right through it?
I'll explain. Peter Anthony is a fucking monster. This guy is a no joke motherfucker. When he comes to set, he comes prepared. He's ready to do battle, and he's ready to work hard. Okay, I give him that. I don't know about you, Attorney Cuba. I mean, you're kind of like one of those.
Pete, you hear that shit? He loves you, bro.
Other than that, though. You know, when you're working with somebody on a set, you're talking about like cast, like we talked about. And I, as a director and a writer, I always look for personalities. And I think that's why Lost Boys resonates, because they had a lot of personalities in their films. Mm-hmm. Peter's a personality. Okay. He's got it. And if you understand how Peter Anthony is, you understand the humor, the passion, the love he's got for his work, and what kind of person he is. Regardless of the shit he talks, it don't matter. It don't fucking matter, because deep down, that's a good guy, and he's got a lot of heart. So I have much respect for Peter Anthony. So, Attorney Cuba, if you do me a favor and let him know that I said I respect that man, because I saw him hurt his knee. I'm not going to explain how it happened, but I saw him hurt his knee and continue on with the shoot and finish his scenes. That's a fucking soldier in my book. I give him that.
Damn. Peter says, thank you very much. And to your point, real quick, Aaron, Rashad doesn't know Peter over there in the corner, but Q, very few people, I'd say maybe 10 people, 15 people in my life knew Peter's real personality. About 7 of them are dead. So there's maybe 5 or 6 left in the world that truly know Peter and the heart that man has, and you are one of them now, just like you, because most people don't see that because they see the facade, yet you see past the facade. So thank you.
Right. Yeah.
Damn, well said, man.
There we go.
I mean, for Cuba, I'm Marco Polo on him a little later to talk to Cuban and shit. But like,
you get the real Peter then.
Get the real piece. Julian Smith says, no question, like a slam dunk by Dominique Wilkins to Michael Jordan. It's Lost Boys. Yo. Yeah. All right, Shirley and Christy. It says best acting. The Lost Boys, they had a good chemistry, and not because they were sexy vampires. I have to disagree with you on the acting on that point. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Corey Haim and Feldman weren't great. You know what I'm saying? I like the guys. You know what I'm saying? They were the greatest actors in there. You know
I thought the Frog Brothers were written very well and funny for their role. Acting-wise, were they amazing? No, but they were funny for what they were.
Exactly. Yeah, I think the best actor in that film is Sutherland to me. You know?
Well, Corey Feldman was just doing his best Slide impression. Like he said he was trying to channel Sly and Chuck Norris because those are like the two.
Those are the heroes
of the era. Yeah. So
I almost get Clint Eastwood out of it because he does the deep voice. Right.
It's so
fucking like, that's what you're talking about, like Clint Eastwood, kind of. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
Likable, but not like you don't believe the Frog Brothers like you believe Peter Vincent. You know what I'm saying? Like you really felt for that. Like,
let me ask you this, Q. Let me ask you: didn't Peter Vincent piss you off though in Fright Night?
Peter Vincent was kind of pussy, bro.
He was
pussy, but that was his character, though. You know what I'm saying?
His character.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what he's supposed to be.
But
I think
the
it works
frog-
better for the story. I think it works better for the story because he's pussy. You know? What I'm
Yeah,
saying?
but I never felt the validation from Peter Vincent. Like even when he stood up to him and he's holding the cross and he does his move, I'm like, I respected it, but by that time it was too late. He ruined it by being such a bitch the whole time. It
Yeah,
drove me nuts.
which made Charlie take over. And what I was telling Q
He
earlier,
came in the back.
Okay, I'll give you that.
you want to know who the best actor on Saturday Night Live is? It's Tom Hartman. It's the guy who plays it straight. That's why you have an Abbott and Costello. That's why you have one that's flamboyant and one who's straight. And Charlie played straight so fucking good in Fright Night, you almost forget about him. That's how good he is.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that one.
Yeah.
What can I
Oh, he drives
Can
me
I say? Can I say this though about the Frog Brothers? The Frog Brothers to me, I think, work because even though the Frog Brothers to me is like that kid that can't fight but has no problem fighting. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Yeah.
He'll fight. He'll fight you all day, every day, but he'll get knocked out 10 times out of 10. Those are the Frog Brothers, and that's what made them funny because you know they're pussy, but but in their minds, their minds, they're the ultimate vampire killers. You know, Peter Vincent was scared, ran out the house, and oh god, I'm so, like Richard Pryor, and oh god, no.
His arc took him back to hero, though. His arc took him back.
Yes.
Yeah.
It does. I always wonder if that was too late though, because to this day I can't stand him. He drives me nuts.
But that's what makes you focus on Jerry Dandridge. Who's the strength? Charlie, Peter, or Jerry Dandridge? Jerry Dandridge.
Jerry Dandridge.
So they wrote it right.
I give you that. So then it begs the question. No, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but it begs the question: what film is more balanced? What storytelling is better? I mean, you should go on a ride, but you shouldn't be taken too far where you're pulled out.
Story for me, it's Fright Night because Lost Boys is cool, like you said, entertaining, and I want to be on those motorcycles. I want to bang that chick. Holy shit, they're hanging in caves. That's cool and entertaining. It's so awesome. But story wise, you were like Fright Night. You only have 5-6 characters, and yet you're in the whole time. You really think he's a fucking vampire. In my mind.
I'll give you that.
Yeah.
But as far as storytelling goes, though, you've got multiple more characters in another story plot line, and they all work.
A more diverse plot, 100%.
Yeah, and that doesn't that make the writing a little tougher when you have more actors, more screen presence for people?
Yeah, look at Frankenstein. There's not much plot, but yet you believe that one story between the Doctor and Frankenstein much more.
That's true. Yeah, but we're comparing two classic films here and that's why it's a really hard decision to make when you come down to like which film is better. Like if you're pointing at Lost Boys, you have an ensemble cast of badasses that are doing their thing. You've got a great director, you've got a budget, you've got all these things that are going for you, and someone who is in tune with the time when it came out.
100%.
Fright Night didn't have that kind of thought process, I don't think, and for it to still resonate with people to this day is amazing because of it wasn't in that era, it wasn't in that genre.
It wasn't trying to be.
Yeah, it wasn't trying to be. So that's why I give so much respect to that movie because you're right with the frightening moments. Fright Night does it with its practical effects. The few actors that they had that really brought it. That Charlie coming to the fucking hero side. It's great.
Bro, do you remember Evil Ed when he was the fucking dog and the fucking thing was stuck in his head?
That
was that looked like it hurt. That looked like it fucking hurt too.
He was crawling and shit.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Shia LaBeouf's movie. What the fuck? Disturbia. I mean, that is exactly the same concept as Fright Night, right? And that movie did great. Right. People love the fact that it's the next door neighbor, that kind of thing.
That's why I think the story is better in Fright Night because it's got the you know what I'm saying, the boy who cried wolf story, you know what I'm saying,
and nobody believes
vampire war lore. You know what I'm saying? Lost Boys is cool and all, like what's really about these vampires that ride motorcycles that turn a boy into a vampire, so you see his perspective, and it's cool, but it don't go deeper than that. You know what I'm saying? It's just like very surface level storytelling to me. You know what I'm saying? It's still enjoyable film.
Rashad, go ahead.
Yeah, well, no, I was gonna say, Fright Night's a more conventional vampire film because it checks off all the, vampires in coffins, they're scared of daylight, the neighbor, the boy that cried wolf, neighbor next door. But Lost Boys did something different because you never see a movie with vampires on motorcycles.
No.
Okay. And it's, instead of biting Michael, they have a big ass bottle of blood that's in a wine bottle that he drinks. That's how they convert him.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And instead of sitting in coffins, like one of my favorite scenes is when they're in the cave and they're like, I thought they're supposed to be in coffins. Like that's what this place is.
They're fucking hanging, bro.
And they're hanging up, and you see the nasty feet hanging onto them.
Yes,
that's different. We've never seen that in Vest. So to me, Lost Boys brought a different, fresh take on the vampire lore. Whereas, even though Fright Night did it very well,
yes, it did.
But we've seen it before, though. Lost Boys gave us something that we've never seen, and even from a vampire's perspective, that's been converted. Like when Evil Ed got bit, you know what I'm saying? Like right away, he turns into a dog. But Michael's like progression goes through the whole movie. You see from his perspective, okay, you know, turning into a vampire. So I thought to me that worked better as a story. Yeah,
it's like seeing what happened to Blade. You know, you just kind of see him convert slowly, dealing with the sunglasses on and slowly changing. That's fucking cool.
If you go back and watch the cave scene, you could hear them queefing while they're fucking sleeping.
Oh my god!
See, you have to take it. You see, Skip. See that Skip? Because you have a good point, Skip. You gotta take it back to the queefing.
Skip. He said Skip Bayless.
You gotta make it personal, Skip. Why you gotta make it personal, Skip?
It's a good one. You got me on that one.
The Lost Queefers.
the
Lost Queefers.
So bad.
All right, what's your third question? What's your second to last question? What you got?
What you got?
Yeah. What else I got? Yeah, this other one's easy. Which film? Do a question. For everybody. Which film had the best soundtrack and which film had the best score?
Oh yeah,
it's you first, Q. You're first.
All right. And I gotta bring up my brother's thing right here. Lance says, "Cry, little sister was hard as fuck."
It was. No one's gonna deny that. No one's gonna deny.
So like when I started Lost Boys yesterday, it's been about 15 years since I watched the film.
Wow.
And I just hadn't watched it in a while. I was like, damn, I ain't seen this shit in forever. And that song came on. Oh, shit. I was like, oh, that got me, son.
Yeah.
It got me.
He was watching it. We were Marco and FaceTiming each other at 2 a.m. last night where he was watching it.
You guys watched it last night? I didn't get a chance.
No, I watched it. I watched it last week and I told him about it.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, I watched it last night. It's free on Pluto if anybody want to watch it. You know what I'm saying?
I'll watch it after this.
Yeah, and that song comes on. They got the helicopter shot, but the helicopter shot shaky as fucking. That motherfucker like, yo, son. You know, everybody notice that shit? How shaky that helicopter shot was?
Well, because that was supposed to be them flying.
I know. They were shaky as fuck.
Like Last American Hero, right? They're like fucking Greatest American Hero.
Yeah. This shit. Yeah. But yo, that song got me. And then, like, you know what I'm saying, the saxophone, and to bring me into the essence of the 80s, it's not even a question. Lost Boys has this one in spades, you know what I'm saying? As for a soundtrack, yeah, they got it. Fright Night has some cool songs in it, like when they're on the dance floor. This super 80s.
That one.
Tonight. All that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's cool though. Fucking Lost Boys though. Now, as for a score, fuck that. Fucking Fright Night has the score, bro. Fright Night has to score. They got the illest theme probably in horror history and shit. That Jerry Dandridge thing. That
that synthesizer.
Yo, bitch. Fucking Fright Night got that shit in space. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Like every time, and it has like moments in the score where you feel actually scared. You know, in the movie too. They build up these pianos like don't. It's almost like Friday the 13th a little bit, like Mandini a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It's like don't. You know what I'm saying? When he's flying off the roof and stuff, that like it kind of worries me and makes you feel that anxiety. So as a score, I'm going with Fright Night, but yo, I gotta give that soundtrack hands down to Lost Boys. Over to you, Aaron.
Q, I agree with you 100%. Soundtrack wise, you can't beat Lost Boys. Like I said earlier, you can listen to that anytime you want. The soundtrack is fucking amazing. It brings you right back to that nostalgia, the 80s, all of it. Makes you feel fucking badass and cool. It's dope. But as far as the score goes, though, I got to give it to Fright Night. I'll give you that one. I absolutely, yeah. There's more horror elements in that track, and you remember those themes, and it hits you right. So I'll give you that one. I'm not, no argument there.
Oh yeah. I'm just being honest. We're trying to be honest here with both of them.
What the fuck is he doing on the screen?
How much?
I don't know.
I was about to say, where the hell Charlie Sheen came from?
Charlie Sheen shows up every year.
We're talking about
Curry, I guess.
we
I
talking
don't
about cocaine. We talking about horror. What the fuck are we talking about here?
We're talking about
winning. Winning. Tiger's blood. It's Rashad. Rashad, you're up.
Yeah, same. Yeah, no arguments for me. Lost Boys, better soundtrack. Fright Night, better score. I remember first watching Fright Night on HBO at like 6 years old, and that movie scared the shit out of me.
Hell yeah.
And most of the reason was because of the score, because the music was so creepy.
Mm-hmm.
So I agree.
I'm with everybody else. It's not even close. The Lost Boys like cashed in on the MTV generation, the coolness. The girls think that saxophone player was all jacked up and sexy as fuck. That was a good scene for chicks for sure. Even even to this day, it still holds up. It's weird. It's that scene's, and with a saxophone, you would think it'd be somewhat feminine, but it's not.
No.
So that still holds up. But so that's a 100-0 versus Fright Night, and I got it the other way too. I got Fright Night score 100-0. That Fright Night is carried by its score. There's not a lot happening yet. Every time it's going from house to house and it's following Jandridge's eyes or the bat or just setting shit up, it's that score. He barely talks. Even when he's seducing her, all these moments, they're all set up by the score. So I think it's 100-0, like a tie. That's how I got it.
Yeah. So something about that 80s synthesizer, man, just makes
man.
In Fright Night, the score made the movie move along. In the Lost Boys, when they're riding the motorcycle, it was the music that was carrying those parts.
You're right. It's pretty straightforward with Lost Boys with their score. It's just conventional, whatever.
I think that was the first time we heard Run DMC Aerosmith, Walk This Way.
Walk this way. They did it with the titty in the middle. I was like,
then they played at the award center and they had the old Run DMC fucking shoes on and shit. Remember?
Yeah,
dude, that was the shit. Everybody wanted them. Yeah, that was the shit.
Yo, well, quick catch up on the comments. Tony Robinson says, never seen Fright Night, but watch Lost Boys 100 times. All right.
Give it a watch.
Watch Fright Night.
Right, Fright Night too. They're both great movies. Oh man, Champs can't decide. My boy Champ saying, "Oh man, I love both of these movies." You gotta decide tonight, motherfucker. It's either one.
Dave Chappelle, right there, bro. Just like Dave Chappelle. He does.
I know.
Yeah.
Tony Rhymes. I need to Fright. Yeah. Do something right in your life.
How many people don't know about Fright Night? They don't know.
Yeah.
And it's a great movie.
Oh, yeah, and the second one, I like the sequel too, Fright Night 2. I thought it was kind of scary.
Brother. Yeah, you said you were scared of that nigga on the roller skates, right?
Because I've never seen a transgender person before. I'm not trying to talk about trans people, but I like on the
cancel this man like Lizzo.
You have never watched Fright Night 2. I have never watched it.
Dog, there's a transgender vampire on rollerblades with long nails, black lipstick, and like the eyes and shit. Scared the fuck out of me when I was young.
I didn't know what that was when I was a little kid. I didn't know about transgenders when you that little and shit. But I didn't understand it.
Did you just say that Rashad is Lizzo? What?
No. We'll cancel it.
Did you call me a bald-headed Lizzo?
No.
Damn, Q, I thought we was cool, right?
I didn't say that. Oh shit! Lizzo in trouble right now.
What we got next, bro? We got fucking closing arguments. What we got?
Yeah, we got closing arguments. Next. All right, Jim Beer says, what I really loved about Fright Night is the kind of homage to classic horror and monsters. The female vampire was crazy. Lost Boys is badass though, and agreed on the score. All right. This my boy Jim Beer.
Female vampire was better. She was better with that makeup.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah, with her fucking with that
mouse. It looked like Melina from Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. That's where they probably got it from. Good call. Yeah. Good call. She was scary as fuck because she turned around like, "Oh, Charlie, you don't have to fuck me."
Yeah. Just like I said before, is when your girl goes to your phone and finds out who's Karen, and that's how she turns right there. Who the fuck is Karen? Fucking weird and shit.
Okay, so hey, did we already discuss who had the better vampire design, Lost Boys or Fright Night? I didn't
have that on my question. We can go there though.
No, we didn't.
Okay,
but if you want to get it, you could talk about it. In your closing arguments, you could talk about it.
Okay.
Yeah. You want to talk about closing arguments? I got one Well, you want to go close to the arm? I got one little question, but like,
Go ahead.
Take the question.
Go ahead.
All right. Which film had the biggest cultural impact?
You're first.
Shoot. All right. Oh man, this is a tough one, bro.
One word answer for me doesn't mean it's a better film, but
yeah. I think Lost Boys had the bigger cultural impact. You know what I'm saying? If I'm being 100% honest, I can get over here and cap. But we're older, like you know what I'm saying? Like me and Peter are 47. So we're coming from a horror aspect, you know what I'm saying? I like Fright Night more because it's a more of a horror film, but Lost Boys, they did something cool with it. Wasn't Lost Boys isn't exactly a horror film. Lost Boys is more of a it's more of a horror comedy, like almost on the Evil Dead 2 level, but I think Evil Dead 2 is more horror than Lost Boys. I think this is almost, you know what I'm saying, it doesn't hit that level, but I think on a cultural impact of like Rashad said, like you wanted to be like the vampires. That's what it comes from the MTV era. It's a product of its time. You want to be like these vampires. They're cool, you know what I'm saying? They're sexy. They ride motorcycles. That's the main draw of the movie, the sexy cast, and you know what I'm saying, what they do. You know what I'm saying? So during over generations, more boys and girls, you know what I'm saying, for lack of a better word, want to be like the Lost Boys. And I'll take it over to Aaron.
I would have to say that in my opinion, Fright Night is more like Evil Dead. You know, to me, that was more of the horror comedy cult classic film, where Lost Boys is more mainstream. You know, they really captured what a majority of the audience would want to see. And to me, that's what makes that movie resonate more. And the only reason why I stand for Lost Boys. I can do both, and I have no prejudice one side or the other, but I know a lot of people do. That's why you're seeing a lot of your comments tonight. You know, they've seen the Lost Boys 100 times, but they never watched Fright Night because it's more mainstream. They captured an audience. They captured a larger piece of the pie. And that's unfortunate because Fright Night's great, you know, but, you know, a lot of people don't see it the way a lot of horror people see it. And that's what made Fright Night like lower on the spectrum as Lost Boys is, because Lost Boys was able to bring horror to bigger mainstream audience. And I think that's why it resonates to this day.
Very well said. Very well said. It's on to you, Rashad G. You know what I'm saying? Which one had the biggest cultural impact?
Lost Boys had the bigger cultural impact, but and yeah, even though Lost Boys is probably more mainstream, but I think we forget when Fright Night came out, Fright Night was mainstream too. That was a very popular movie at the time when it came out. Mm-hmm. You know, it was always rented out at the video store. HBO showed it, I don't know how many times. So Fright Night and Lost Boys had the same popularity at the time of its release, of their releases, 85 and 87. But the difference is, like Aaron was saying, Lost Boys just had a wider appeal, like it's universally more loved because it is more, I don't want to say relatable, but it was just cooler. Fuck it. Just to keep this simplified, it was just cooler as shit. You know, both movies were popular, but Lost Boys aged better. And then 10, 20 years from now, more people will still know about Lost Boys and Fright Night. Fright Night will always be a favorite of the hardcore horror fans like ourselves that grew up in that era and that really have a love for horror. So it'll have more of a cult following. But if you ask like the average, 18 to 25-year-old about both movies, let's say, what's Fright Night? I know what Lost Boys is. And I'm gonna leave it at that.
Yeah,
I agree with Rashad Q, where he said the average man will know more about Lost Boys than Fright Night, 100%. But some of us aren't average men. Some of us are alpha men. Some of us are the fucking masters of their own fucking realm, and they'll always know. Just like Scream will always have a bigger following than Frankenstein. It's just the way it is. It appeals to more people because more people are fucking betas than fucking alphas. Guys with low estrogen love the Lost Boys. It's kind of like I'm fucking talking. It's my fucking time. It's the twilight of the fucking 90s where alpha males will love Fright Night. It's just the way it is. Now, back to the question, which one had the cultural impact? It's not even close. It's the Lost Boys. The Coreys were on MTV. They were interviewed and shit. Jerry Dandridge and them were on MTV being interviewed and shit. It was sexy. It had the motorcycles. It had the better-looking crew. It's not even close. It's 100 to 2 as far as the cultural impact, and that's the way they designed it. And that's the way they wanted it. They wanted it to be cool. They wanted to, Rashad said, they wanted it to last forever. They wanted to appeal to more people, women, men, be sexy, be cool, have great music, so on and so forth. It wasn't like Fright Night that just wanted to tell one main story of the boy who cried wolf with the monster next door. So I agree, as far as culturally impact, it's the Lost Boys.
But stop comparing it to Twilight. That's such an insult.
But which one's more like Twilight, Fright Night, or Lost Boys?
Neither of them. Twilight doesn't even count as anything, bro. Just Kobe in the trash, bro. All of those Twilight movies, man.
Yeah, I agree. I think
that's
Lost Boys is far ahead of Twilight. Yeah. But they're the same type kind of concept though, a little bit. You know what I'm saying? The coming of age story, the wannabe cool vampires. It's Twilight. It's Lost Boys and Fright Night. They kind of similar in that way.
Yeah, I mean, even the moments, man. Like Lost Boys just has so many like the shot of Kiefer Sutherland coming out of the dark and seeing him in vampire form for the first time, because they pulled like the Jaws thing where you don't see him in full vampire form until like near the end of the movie. So the whole time we're anticipating, like, hey, what do they look like as vampires? When you see him, oh shit, it gets you. You know, you see Jerry Dandridge in vampire form in the first 10-15 minutes of the movie. You know, the Lost Boys, it was build up, it was anticipation, and it paid off, because I always remember that shot when he comes out of the dark and like first seeing that, like, oh shit.
And what was cool too that they did is that they made those vampires and Lost Boys like still like teenagers, like they're still fucking with Michael, like you're eating maggots, Michael. You know, they're fucking with him, and it's fucking dope. It's great.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That brings me to my last question before closing arguments. Which of these two films is the scariest? Are we like they're both considered horror movies though? Like if we go in a video store in 1989, Lost Boys and Fright Night going to be down the same aisle, right? They're not going to be. Lost Boys not going to be in comedy, right?
Same budget, by the way. Same exact.
Yeah, same budget.
Really?
Oh shit! Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
Yes. So I go first.
One paid the better actors. One paid the better production value.
Oh yeah. All right. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah. But absolutely, which one of these films are scariest? I seen this as like in 1985 or 6 at the drive-in, and I was a little bit intimidated because I ain't never seen no shit. Like I ain't never seen no vampires like that. You gotta think about it. Like vampires before then had been like the fucking Hammer era and shit like that, when I was a little too young to understand, but I understood, you know what I'm saying, the teenage aspect of that. And then when you bring somebody like Jerry Dandridge, you know what I'm saying, and then his fucking fingernails turn to the long Leon press-on nails in his teeth, and then the fucking eyes and turning, and the fucking huge teeth. And then when Evil Ed, my favorite scene in the film, when he gets stabbed by, you know what I'm saying, with the stake, and he, you know what I'm saying, turns
do the
back
sound, do the sound, bro. Do the sound.
Oh yeah, the sound when he gets stabbed, you know what I'm saying, and, you know, down the chandelier, he's like, it
was, dude.
Like as a child, like what the fuck am I looking at, son?
That's good.
Like,
that was good.
And his feet were like dangling. He was like half wolf, half.
He was like dangling. He the shot under the staircase, and he's trying to pull it out and shit. Like, nigga, help this motherfucker! And he started. He's like fucking all wolf and crying, his tears in his eyes and shit. And then it leaves with the scene of a naked boy with a stake through his heart, and the fucking whole living room is drenched in blood and shit. Shit is crazy. You know,
that was a sad fun. That was a sad scene, though, bro. Even Roddy McDowell's reaction made it sad.
That's my favorite scene, though. That's my favorite scene. And then Fright Night, they spend the production on the, you know what I'm saying, the bats, the crazy bat, you know what I'm saying, when it came out with the teeth, like, bitch, I'll swallow your soul. I'll swallow your soul. I was like, God damn, what is going on here? And then Amy with her fucking mouth and shit. That shit was scary, bro. Like, those vampire teeth, they did something, you know what I'm saying? When even when Jerry Dandridge broke into Charlie's room and he was about to kill him and shit, and he was like, woke everybody up in the whole fucking neighborhood and shit. Like, that shit was scary. So by far, Fright Night is the scarier movie to me. Lost Boys never really scared me at all. Like nothing really like tickled my fancy. The little kid in the room was kind of creepy. I did like the David coming out of the shadows, but like with nothing that really like truly like kept me up at night like Fright Night did. Like, nigga, what's a vampire living next door to me? What I'm gonna do? You know what I'm saying? You wanted to be them. You never was really scared of them. You know what I'm saying? You never was scared of those vampires, especially when they revealed the last vampire and shit. Saved by the Bell, nigga. Like, get the fuck out of here. Fright Night is by far the scarier movie.
Wait, didn't that guy actually play Herman Munster in the Munsters remake show that they did in the 80s? Or is that another actor?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Might have been him.
Yeah. On to you, Aaron. What do you think the two is the scariest?
Yeah, I got to go with Fright Night on that one, buddy. Yeah, Fright Night does have exactly what it says, fright. It does have those moments that make you fucked up, especially when it came out as a kid. It killed me. You never see no shit like that before. So for Fright Factor, it's got to go to Fright Night. Yeah, Lost Boys is not a scary film. It's an entertaining film. It's got a more cohesive story, and I believe that it resonated more in the audience. But if you're looking for a horror film and you want scare and you want something that actually you remember and they're like, oh shit, what the fuck was that? It's Fright Night.
Yes.
Yeah. I'll give you that.
Well said. It's pretty balanced over here. I think everybody got good comments. You know what I'm saying? So on both sides.
It's my go or
absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, Fright Night's definitely a scary movie. Like I said, when I watched it on HBO as a kid, scared the hell out of me, gave me nightmares. The only scene in Lost Boys that was somewhat scary was David coming out of the dark, and when they killed Marco in the cave and they were trying to run away, and David kind of like grabbed Corey Haim and almost brought him down. Yeah, and they brought him into the sunlight, and the sunlight burned him. That scene was a little like when I first saw that, it was a little tense, like because but yeah, Fright Night's definitely the scary movie by far. No arguments there.
Oh, nice. Yep. I'll let P. You ready to go, P? When we catch up on some of these comments.
Oh, you mean Attorney Cuba? Yeah, catch up with those.
Oh yeah. Cuba. Yeah. Attorney Cuba. Yep. Damn. Twilight of the '80s. Yeah. Sorry about that.
Jim,
that's a diss. That's a diss.
Don't follow that trend,
Jimmy.
I feel like James Beer said. I feel like Lost Boys was more campy than horror, and Fright Night was slightly more horror than campy. Campy was '80s, so culturally, Lost Boys had the cultural impact. Okay, yeah, we agreed on that.
Call it campy because campy's like silly and
yeah,
like Batman 66 is campy. Like it wasn't like that.
The Frog Brothers were kind of campy.
Yeah, but Peter Vincent was campy. That's where I'm kind of at. Like if you go back to the house, you go back to those like old 50s, you look at the old Dracula movies, it was that same kind of rendition. That was meant I give them that. They did what they were supposed to do. But I don't see the Lost Boys as campy. I don't.
If I'm in a bar fight, I choose the Frog Brothers over Peter Vincent. Peter Vincent run out like a little bitch.
Yeah, that nigga's smoothness. I don't trust him. Yeah,
the Frog Brothers get knocked out right with me. Okay, we'll all be laid out together.
Yeah, he don't give a fuck. He just wants his ratings on his show. Fuck him.
Aaron said he don't trust me around his girl either. He said it multiple times. He told her, I think, once when we were on set, "Hey, don't trust you with Pete."
I don't trust you with Pete. Yeah, it's like a smoking. Give him 25 feet. Don't use him there.
Damn. James Beer said, "Scariest was Fright Night," and then my brother Lance says, "The ghoul in Fright Night freaked me out." That green blood, Billy Cole.
What the hell was he? Yeah, what was that?
I don't know, man.
That leads to me. Am I up, bro? Throw me on that screen. Throw the moneymaker on the screen. Okay, gavel.
Oh shit!
It's fucking unanimous that Fright Night was scary. Let's go into practical fucking effects, right? Let me go to my phone here. The wolf being impaled, the evil Ed. That whole makeup was fucking 10 times better than anything in fucking The Lost Boys. And he's like, and like you said, was it Rashad or Aaron? I apologize. You felt bad for him. And that's exactly what they wanted in writing that. That's exactly what you wanted. And Roddy McDowell, he sold that with his face. It was better acting. His reaction versus a rubber puppet really was everything that sold that. And then the ghoul, like he just said, the slime coming out of the ghoul where you don't know what the fuck he is, yet it's still fucking creepy. That was better than anything in The Lost Boys. Evil Ed's burn with his cross that stayed on his head later on in the film. Jerry Dandridge turning into the fucking bat. And then Amy's makeup looking like Melina. Those moments were true horror moments that we grew up with practical effects. It's not even close. Like I said, Lost Boy wins more categories, but scary-wise, it's Fright Night.
Attorney Cuba, can I ask you a quick question?
Shoot.
Better death, Evil Ed's Wolf or Death by Stereo?
Evil Ed's Wolf, because you cared.
Mm.
You don't care about nobody dying in Fright. At least I didn't. I didn't care about nobody dying in Fright Night. I cared about Evil Ed dying.
But damn, but that Death by Stereo, man. Come on.
It's cool, but you don't really care, you know?
Yeah.
To me. Like Roseblood at the end, when Rose dies, I cared, maybe because I wrote it, but I cared when she died. I cared when she died versus other. Yeah, there it is.
Nice.
Versus other people, you don't care. I mean, Q, you cared when he was crying, you know?
No, Julie.
Sold that shit.
Yeah, you did sell it, dude.
Fright Night has memorable moments. I think there's more memorable moments in Lost Boys, and I think that's the only reason why I stick with that. I wouldn't ever compare these two fucking movies. I don't think it's the right thing to do because
that's what makes it interesting, though.
That's what makes it interesting.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to be honest with my own perspective, and as far as the film goes and storytelling goes, I have to go with Lost Boys, even though there's so many wonderful moments in Fright Night. That's all I can say. That's all I can say.
Well, that brings us to the end here. We're gonna go through our final closing arguments.
All right,
Lost Boys versus Fright Night. Our closing arguments about this film, why we think that our film is better. You know what I'm saying? And they're both great films in their own right. Both of these films, I love both of these films, but you know, if we got to go in for the knockout blow, I'm gonna start it off. You know what? Bill and Ted Excellent Adventure, right? I love Bill and Ted Excellent Adventure. It's fun as fuck, bro. It's fun to see Keanu Reeves, you know what I'm saying? Excellent. But if I compare it to a time travel movie, it don't hold a candle to Back to the Future. You know what I'm saying? It's just a better made film, you know what I'm saying? Better actors all the way around. You don't give a fuck about Napoleon Genghis Khan. They fucking actors. You know what I'm saying? As far as I'm concerned. That's why I look at, you know what I'm saying, Lost Boys as. Lost Boys is like a fun movie that could have been an MTV movie. You know what I'm saying? It could have been an MTV movie of the day. You know what I'm saying? When it comes down to it. Fright Night is a superior vampire movie. They follow more of the lore of the vampire lore, even if it came from centuries before. Nosferatu shit, when the motherfucker came out of the coffin like this. You know what I'm saying? It follows the vampire lore. That's why I respect it more. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, I seen Fright Night first, and I seen Lost Boys at the video store. It's like, okay, this doesn't really hold a candle to me. I didn't resonate with Lost Boys like I did Fright Night. Because I was more scared, you know what I'm saying? I was more scared of Fright Night, bro. You know what I'm saying? And the production value, like I said, like Attorney Cuban said, the practical effects don't even hold a candle to Lost Boys. That shit, they spend all their money on their locations and looking cool with their popcorn and their carnivals. Their vampires look like, you know what I'm saying, carnival effects, like they were sideshow freaks and shit. I think the dude, Bill, even made a movie called Freaks. You know what I'm saying? That was perfect for him. He was perfect casted and shit. Yeah, he was perfect casting. You know what I'm saying? I think the Frog Brothers, you know what I'm saying, their acting was lackluster, even though they're real written characters. At the end of the day, there's no doubt that Fright Night is the superior horror movie for sure. And like I said, if we're going down the video store, we're looking for horror. We looking Lost Boys and Fright Night. These both under the same category. So what's the real horror movie? It's Fright Night. You know what I'm saying? What's more entertaining? Yeah, like Lost Boys is fun. You know, it's fun. It is the predetermined of Twilight. You know what I'm saying? I know everybody hates to hear that, but like, yo,
Sparkly,
it's the same coming of age story. If I want to see a coming of age vampire story, give me an interview with a vampire all day that follows more of the vampire lore. That's all I'm saying. So at the end of the day, I'm riding with Fright Night. Y'all already know, and that's my closing argument. I'll leave it over to Aaron.
It's frightful.
Y'all thought we was playing games?
It's like the Cuba and Q reviews. Y'all have a hard time saying that the movies are like when you say it's more entertaining. It's like you have a hard time saying it like it's more entertaining, but it's fun. But who wants to have fun in a movie? Who wants to be entertained? That's what movies are for.
Fuck that! I want to be scared, motherfucker. I'm fucking entertained looking at people every day walking by me looking like shit. You know what I'm saying? It's not my fault their DNA is worse than mine. Eat a dick. I want to be scared. Let's go, Aaron. What you got?
All right, so Q, I respect your closing arguments. I have to give you that. And you're absolutely right. If you're a horror fan, I would absolutely say that Fright Night would probably be the film that you'd resonate with. However, people have forgotten what fun is. And I think that that's the main reason why we all want to go to the films and watch what we watch, to escape, to get out of the day-to-day horror that we live in. That's why you see series like Stranger Things or Cobra Kai and these series that are coming out now, and films that every film you see, you've got an 80s vibe. You know, you hear music playing that you resonated with for some reason or another. Lost Boys captured that. So you've got two different people you're talking to here: straight horror fans and straight people who love all movies and all entertainment. And I think that's vital in this conversation. I really do. I think that if you love movies, you will love Lost Boys. If you love horror, you will love Lost Boys. If you just are stagnant in your own fucking shit and you just are adamant about talking about horror and that's the only genre that you can accept, then Fright Night's your movie. That's it. So I'm saying I believe in people more. When I'm making the horrorverse movies, I'm having fun. I want to bring horror to a different standard. It's not all blood and guts and gore. It's more about the characters and the relationships they have and the coolness and the vibe and how you feel when you leave. Are you walking out of that theater going, fuck, I felt like that was a good hour and 40 minutes of fucking time. I feel good. That was fun. You know, or do you want to walk out creeped out? Either one is great. It depends on what you want. But I honestly believe that a majority of the people that we want to reach as filmmakers and people who love stories in general will resonate more with Lost Boys than Fright Night, just for that reason and that reason alone. Not to say Fright Night's a bad movie, because it's not. It's a fucking great movie. But I'm all about sharing this vision and these moments of cinema that we all enjoy. Storytelling's been here forever. We all do it. We all have. And finding a way to reach more people to share your story and what you have to bring to the table is vital. And I think that's why Lost Boys resonates so much and will always. And that's all I got to say about it.
Very well said.
I got to follow that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, wait till I go.
That's a tough one to follow. Listen, unlike Q and Attorney Cuba there, you know, I got to give flowers to both movies, man. Like, I love both of these movies so much. That's why this was hard for me to do, but I do like the challenge of the debate. But I love both these movies. But to me, Lost Boys took the vampire lore and I feel elevated it, because what Fright Night did was take the old school vampire joints and modernize it for a new age, a new audience. You know what I'm saying? So when Fright Night came out, it was untouchable because it took all the old school stuff and made it, you know, brought it to today, you know what I'm saying, at that time. Lost Boys took that and just went even higher. So to me, it's almost like Alien and Aliens. So I guess it depends on your taste. You know, some people love Aliens, some people love Aliens. I love Aliens more because it took Alien and like quadrupled it. You got more aliens, more explosions, bigger action, bigger stakes, you know what I'm saying? And you know, Lost Boys is the first time, I'm repeating myself here, but the first time you see vampires hanging upside down like a bat. You see two vampires actually fighting. You know what I'm saying? I've never seen none of no shit like that. Like, Jerry Dandridge was the guy, but he had nobody really to compete with him or to challenge him or to be his equal. You know what I'm saying? David had his equal with Michael when they clashed at the end. You know what I'm saying? Good vampire versus evil vampire. And listen, all this Twilight stuff, stop. Stop. All right? Edward was a creep that was after Bella with her no ass having self, stalking her the whole time. Sparkly won't even eat nobody. Like, Lost Boys ate people. They rip. You see dude rip somebody's scalp off. Come on, man. Stop comparing the two. So yeah, I'm not to ramble on. I'm pretty sure Pretty Anthony's sitting there like, I'm ready to go. I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. I love both of these films, but I have to give the edge to Lost Boys just because it just did something different. And different is not always better, because sometimes you can be different and be whack. But in this case, it was different, it was cool, and it lives on. And I'm gonna end it with this. The Frog Brothers, yes, I will take them and bring them with me in a bar fight over Peter Vince's punk ass any day. Because that nigga ran out the house like a bitch. And dip. You know what I'm saying? And Charlie Brewster, yo, I don't know if that was the intent, but why am I rooting for Jerry Dandridge to win in the end? I'm rooting for him to come out on top. That's not. I don't think that was the intent of the filmmaker. The filmmaker wanted us to want to see this guy lose. I hated the protagonist. If you hate the protagonist in a fucking horror movie, that's a problem. And that's it. And that's all. I'm gonna leave it at that. Lost Boys for the win.
Peter, can you touch me for a minute? Peter Anthony, the legend. You
shit.
grab me. Okay, combination. Attorney Cuba and Peter. First of all, the myth of vampires sleeping upside down was inspired by the conquistadors in the 1700s. It wasn't the first time ever that it was brought in. Let's go over some points here by Attorney Cuba. Let's go over the main list right here before we get to closing arguments. Sorry, bear with me. Let's go. Larger cast of actors, Lost Boys. Best acting, Fright Night. Supporting cast, Lost Boys. Soundtrack, Lost Boys. Scarier, Fright Night, 2-0. Cinematography, Lost Boys, 2-0. Production value, Lost Boys, 2-0. Scariest scenes, Fright Night, 2-0. Better villain, 1-0, Fright Night. Hero, Lost Boys, 1. True classic horror, Fright Night, 1. Lead woman, Lost Boys. Lead man, tied. Makeup, Fright Night. Practical effects, Fright Night. Better looking girls, Lost Boys. Better looking guys, Lost Boys. Tell me if I'm wrong anywhere. Action, Lost Boys. Writing, Fright Night. Generational impact, Lost Boys, 2-0. Rewatch value, even. Ending, Fright Night, 2-0. Bad guy ending, Jerry versus them. Now, let's go to the closing arguments here. I
actually agree with all that shit.
I know, me too.
I agree. Just to let you know, like when I went to high school and I grew up and shit, there was things called pretty boys, and the Lost Boys were pretty boys, right? But every once in a while, God created somebody called a pretty boy roughneck, which was a guy who was good looking, jacked, and crazy as fuck.
And ghetto.
Those motherfuckers ran the show because they're a pretty boy roughneck, and that's my DNA. Let's go to the fucking closing argument.
Let's go.
Let's fucking go.
Matt Dillon on the outside.
Yeah, let me just get my shit. Let me just finish this real quick.
Right.
Oh, shit. Shit.
Yeah. What is horror, ladies and gentlemen? I use the term gentleman loosely amongst this present company. Many components make up the fabric of what we envision as horror film. To some of us, it's a moment in their life, which Aaron talked about earlier. It was meaningful at that point of their life. To others, it's a form of entertainment, which many have said earlier. But to true horror fans, it's an awakening of the senses. Maybe what I'm trying to convey is a word that has lost meaning over the years. That word is scary. Scary is always scary. Scary is fucking timeless. Scary is not a fad, a phase. It's not cool. It's not in or out. It is primal and ever present since the beginning of man. Such as frightening. In a category to category comparison, I myself, which I just admitted live on air, the Lost Boys win in many visual ways, similar to the glam bands versus a true metal one. However, when you dig deep, when you go back to the basics, you will find that Fright Night is the true horror film. One of the best vampire films ever. Second, in my opinion, only to Bram Stoker's Dracula. It has the badass villain that you somewhat root for, similar to Jason Voorhees, the anti-hero, if you will. It has the sound effects, the special effects, the gore, the makeup, the fear, the dread. You literally believe Jerry Jandrich is a fucking vampire. Period. Do you believe that Kiefer Sutherland is a vampire? No. You think he's cool and somebody you want to be. I think cool. Look past the MTV generation, the sex, the glitz, the glam, and you will see that Fright Night is the better horror film. Fright Night is what we grew up with as the standard for horror. Comedy is not needed. Fear replaces laughs. Suspense replaces the flash. To me and many others, the true horror fans, Fright Night is the clear-cut winner. In closing, the Lost Boys fans sit home making love to their girlfriends, watching Scream over the weekend, while that same girl is cheating on you with me on a Wednesday night while we watch the fucking thing. Back the fuck off, motherfucker! Game over. Who wants to go? You want some poncho? Oh, what are you gonna do, Eddie Munster?
I can't talk right now.
All right, I got excited. I still love you guys. I still love you.
Oh man.
So what's the jury's verdict here?
Whoa, bro. Did he say you be at home watching?
Yes, he did.
Wait a minute. What was
He did.
that?
Look, I guess I'll be like Charlie Brewster sitting there, rather watch something next door than to be with my girl. Like,
That's exactly it, Rashad. That's what I was going to say.
That shit was hard, bro.
Oh,
Oh
man.
damn, that shit was hard, bro. Damn, you wrote that whole thesis out. This motherfucker wrote a
I wrote that
thesis.
in 2 minutes before we went live.
Damn,
Came
it was
from-
good.
from my nipples.
It was good. I felt like I was a Lost Boy fan for a second there. Like, oh shit, I feel like fucking defeated.
But I admit, when you stack the categories, they win in categories. But overall, it's
Yeah,
not
no, like I agree with your whole when you broke it down. I'm like, yes, agree, because I love look, number 1 and number 2. You know what I'm saying in my book, as far as vampire movies go.
Bram Stoker's Dracula to me is actual masterpiece.
That's a fucking another podcast, right?
Theatrical genius.
It is.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Next one is Interview versus Bram Stoker.
With the vampire.
But that's and Interview is similar because it has more better actors, right? Like Lost Boys, but no better performance than Gary Oldman as Bram Stoker.
You got good. Cruise is good. It's Lestat.
No, they're all good, but
Yeah.
that one by himself. Who can one person carry a film? How many Tom Hanks can be stranded on an island and carry a film for 3 hours? Not
with no music.
Not many, brother. Not many.
And didn't Bram Stoker's Dracula spawn like a fucking Sega Genesis game? Like there was like a whole big marketing campaign with that
was
movie.
telling Q, bro, a girl that I used to date, I won't say her name, said that girls masturbate, I swear my mother, to the scene where the big wolf monster was having sex with the redhead girl on that stone slab. To them, that dominance of that was like super sexual. And that's like something that's always behind the Dracula that wasn't in other movies.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, speaking of which, there's a new vampire movie about to drop next week, I guess, about Dracula. Like, I guess like an updated
On the boat,
Nosferatu.
right? Yeah, on the boat.
Oh,
Yeah,
It's called,
I can't remember.
It's not Nosferatu. It's something.
No, but it looks like Nosferatu.
It looks like Nosferatu.
It looks like it's okay.
You guys ever seen Nosferatu, the silent version?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, I've seen it.
I own it.
Yeah, in the theater, actually. You know what I'm saying? Well, not I wasn't around because I'd be an actual vampire if they released it. But no, I seen it. They played it at this artsy theater. And I went to go
The
see it.
original or the remake with what's his name? The
They
original.
played the original, yeah.
Because they made the remake with what's his name that was Green Goblin like a couple of years back.
Yeah, no, not with Willem Dafoe.
Yeah,
No, I seen the 20 something. Or was it 19?
Old, yeah.
It was 1922, I think. 1922, yeah.
They do such
It's
a good
actually not
job
bad.
with the shadows.
They
It's
didn't fuck
actually
around.
not bad. It was silent movie and shit. It's pretty good.
Nosferatu to me was the first film to use lighting to make things scary. Because they didn't show that much, yet shadowy, they knew exactly what they were trying to do.
Yeah.
Shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yep. And I thought Salem's Lot was another good one.
Yeah.
They use those Nosferatu vampires. They don't use those too much anymore. You know what I'm saying? I think you use those more.
If you look at Stan Winston and Friday the 13th Part 3, there's that one scene where he was Nosferatu that they threw out. That is in the beginning of Part 3 when he's behind the sheets in the overalls with the shaved head that you can see for one scene where he is the Nosferatu Jason, which means that the dream sequence from 2 with the hair was a dream sequence. It wasn't fucking real because in Part 3 they show him with the overalls with the head with the Nosferatu, which was a way better look than the other look.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
All around.
That was a dope ass discussion, man.
Man, for real. I gotta give a slow clap to everybody, man. Man, everybody has really, really good shit to say, man. I can't even believe that. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody was telling me
on me while watching the thing. I mean, watch. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
that was
that
pretty
was
good.
It's on the list, Peter, but it's not on the top.
Thing.
No, the queefing on bikes was probably the best one of the whole night.
Yeah. So, like, if anybody
silhouette of them on the bikes and queefing on bikes, that's gonna be a T-shirt.
There's no way, you're never gonna watch the film again without thinking that they're queefing.
No, you
bikes.
fucked it up for me. Thanks, Pete. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Q. I can't tell. I want to tell the story about Rosebud, but I can't tell the story.
Oh yeah.
That was a good one. Oh shit. I'll tell you guys another time.
It was great. Oh, all right. So, like, I asked the audience,
audience, what do you think
in here about the debate? Who you think won the debate, Fright Night or Lost Boys? There's really no real winners because we're all really winners here because we both got to see these movies. You know what I'm saying? Coming up as adolescents, and I could never take it back. So like, like even though we went hard, man, like come on, man, they're both great too,
Great films.
masterfully made films.
Yeah,
For real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you were taking a girl on a date, you would take a girl to watch Lost Boys. You would probably get laid 100% more than you ever would.
Yeah.
On Friday, 100%.
Absolutely.
Oh, that David was so sexy. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
she was eating popcorn, and she'd be like, "Oh, that's so crazy. You want me to suck your balls?" It would be like on those lines. Yeah,
Yeah. Fright Night's the film you watch with them a year or two later after they're already there and no one gives a fuck anymore.
Fright Night's the film you watch when you're 8 years old in the basement that like scares the shit out of you. That gives you a nightmare.
Yeah. But I tell you what, the vampire. I told Q this the vampire movie that I always avoided because I was scared of this chick. Was the movie called Vamp with Grace Jones.
Oh fuck!
I had a fear of Grace Jones growing up. So when I saw she was a vampire, I avoided that movie. To this day, I still have never watched Vamp.
Yo, what was that movie with Eddie Murphy
and fucking Conan the Destroyer? She was scary.
Yeah.
He's fucking crazy.
That's a scary chick, man.
Yeah, she didn't fuck around.
Yeah. She looks like her asshole smells for some weird reason.
Thank
I don't know what it is.
Like
it seems like she goes like, she's a little musty.
Apricot.
Is that wrong? Yeah, apricot. Exactly. What was I gonna say? What was that film with Eddie Murphy?
Vampire in Brooklyn.
Oh, remember that one, dude?
I love Vampire in Brooklyn. I love that
it's funny.
movie.
It's funny.
That's fucking great.
Yeah.
Hey, John Witherspoon talking about the wolf. Don't matter what we did, the flip flop and shit.
Oh, it's good. It's good.
We got one vote for Fright Night. I didn't put a poll up. I didn't know how to do that.
Friday night.
We'll probably put it like on your
What's the Eddie Murphy movie with oh man, where they're the gangsters and the mafia and shit?
Harlem Night.
Harlem Nights. Remember he was fighting the girl. He goes, "I'll shoot that crusty little fucking toenail off your fucking."
You're gonna shoot my pinky toe?
Yeah. I'll cut a motherfucker. Yeah.
That's two. We got two for Fright Night. We got two. We got 2 votes for Fright Night. Yeah, I'll keep it going. I'm just keeping y'all updated.
I think that we win because later we're up as real vampires. So.
All the mainstream folks are asleep by now.
Yeah.
Damn it!
What a great debate, yo! I can't even lie.
Great talk. Great talk. And in fact, you guys make me want to go back and watch Fright Night again. I haven't.
Go ahead, bro. It's good. I bought the 4K Steelbook. It's fucking glorious.
Like I said, even that second one was tight. The second one, for some reason, I think is very underrated, man. Because
Aaron, I was thinking, what do you think about this vampire movie right here?
Oh shit! Oh, look at that shit!
What the fuck vampire movie is that? Who's that jacked motherfucker right there?
That who's
that jacked motherfucker? Good looking fuck.
Taking off. Now that's a vampire killer, bitch. That's a vampire killer right there. Fuck Peter Vincent.
That was me last week, bro. Before my knee went sideways with the tattoo and everything.
Yeah.
Jim Barry asked, "What's the vampire movie with Jim Carrey?" That one was called
Once
Bitten.
Bitten.
Yeah.
That girl.
I actually love that movie. Yeah.
I wouldn't have fucked that girl.
Right.
She'll teach you shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. She looked like she knew.
She would put on like a 10-foot black dick and be like, "I'm gonna peg you," and I'd be like, "Okay."
Exactly.
Let's go
what was her name? Lauren Hutton, I think her name.
Lauren
Hutton. Yeah, Lauren Hutton. Great call.
Lauren
Hutton, bro. She'd be
that's like 81, isn't it? 81, 83 or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 83.
And then Danders is one for Marcy Darcy from fucking Marriage.
She would peg me. She would peg me so hard. It'd be like training day. You ever get your shit pushed in? It'd be like that. Just like that.
That shit was fire.
I forgot about One Spit in that. That's a classic right there. One Spit.
Yeah,
really great movie.
Jim Carrey's first movie, I think.
Right? Yeah, it's first lead. First lead. Yep. Killed it.
Yeah, cool.
We forgot about what's the other one from Dusk Till Dawn? That's another classic vampire joint.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. There you go.
Yep. That's what you look.
In the film that I just shot last week in Tacoma, Aaron is the writer, and in that film, I won't give it away. Aaron can talk about it, but there's ties till Dusk Till Dawn in that.
Really?
Film. Correct, Aaron?
Nice.
Yep, that's absolutely right. We wanted to pull that nostalgia, bring back those movies that we all remember, and Peter's bringing a new vampire killer for us.
Yeah, right.
Oh, nice.
Dope.
Yeah. Blade ain't got shit on the kid, huh?
No, not on this
shit.
No.
Yeah, it was looking great.
It's great shit.
My God, y'all. What a great debate, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Thank everybody for being here for you know what I'm saying, so much, man. Like this been in the making for a while. I think I've been talking about this debate for y'all for like almost a year now, I think, right?
Just about, yeah. Like every time we get drunk, yo, when we doing that Lost Boys Fright Night debate, son?
Yep. And you know, I think everybody, you know what I'm saying, they got together and, you know, took their time out tonight to talk about these two great films, no doubt. You know what I'm saying? We're debating, we're having fun. You know, don't get it twisted. These movies are both fucking excellent. And I thank y'all all from the bottom of my heart, like truly being here, being a part of the stream. It was so much fun. It's like I'm not even like doing a debate, like I'm being fake. I'm just fucking being myself. And you talk about these films for real, for real. The points that Peter Anthony had, like, damn, I agree with that. And I was on the Fright Night side. He was like, yeah. The Lost Boys.
That's the point, bro. I'm an honest person, bro. And when I break it down and I take category for category, Lost Boys wins most of them. But overall, do I still think it's a better horror film? Fright? Yes. But yeah, if you want to break that down, that doesn't mean like you could have a wife that on paper is great, but she's still a fucking whore behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of like the same. Trust me, I was married to one, so I get it. You know, I was in her phone. I'm like, who's Rashad?
Wasn't me, man.
But that makes it more fun and it makes it more even, especially when you got a balance of everybody being honest. And you know what I'm saying, we got a lot of great people here, filmmakers, the great YouTubers, the actors, and you know what I'm saying, the whole nine. So like I appreciate all y'all. I couldn't imagine a better, you know what I'm saying, ensemble cast.
And Jamie Gertz never really did anything after that, right?
I don't know.
She was in Heat. She was Robert De Niro's love interest.
Was she? No, that wasn't her. No, I think she was in Twister. But I remember her in what's Ralph Macchio's movie back in the day?
Crossroads.
With the Crossroads. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Yes, playing the fucking guitar in the Crossroads. Yeah.
She was also in the movie with Andrew McCarthy and Robert Downey Jr. where he played a drug addict, Less Than Zero.
Oh yeah. I do remember that. Okay.
You ever go back and watch films from the 80s and you're like, holy shit, that's so and so before they
all the time, bro. All the fucking time.
I was watching that in Lost Boys. Like, oh no, that's that nigga right there. I know he was.
You know what happened to her, right? She retired from acting and married a billionaire.
Oh, well, no wonder she didn't make movies anymore.
Yeah, so her husband's worth like billions and billions of dollars. So it's like, why act? Shit, I just live off this motherfucker.
Right.
She takes it in the ass, no problem, bro.
Yeah, I would. I don't give a fuck. I'll do it.
She knew what was up. She went on a date with a millionaire. She ate salad for 3 days. She got an enema. She knew what was up, bro, when she went into that shit.
Is that the whole thing? You got to eat salad first?
You got to eat salad, do an enema.
Oh, he knows.
Trust me.
I do.
I told you.
Yeah, you did tell me.
Oh, he told me too. Yeah, like you're bringing it all down.
Yeah, you can't just go in after fucking Taco Bell one night.
No, and I'm like, Peter, do you want to focus on the script here, bro?
Yeah. I was like, oh, sorry.
Oh shit, she was in another movie that came out around the same time as Lost Boys, Solar Babies. Remember that sci-fi movie with Jason Patrick? And there's another movie.
Solar Babies. Yeah.
Solar Babies with Jason Patrick. Yeah, and
thank you. In the scene where I'm kissing the girl's hand in the new movie, ask Aaron. My leg is dislocated sideways, backwards, and I have it on a fucking stool, like backwards, crooked, trying to straighten it out while I'm turning, acting in the scene with her. Right, Aaron?
You filming? So you got your leg on the fucking stool?
Bro. It was dislocated out, and the weight of the leg on it's like your shoulder being out and then dislocated with the weight. It was extraordinary pain. Aaron and them dragged me to the bathroom so I could pee, and then they dragged me to the car so I could act, and I could hold the door as if I was walking, even though I couldn't walk. No shit. You could ask me.
Yeah.
And he still kept going, bro.
He kept going.
I don't want to ruin the fucking movie, bro. I already have to have surgery or whatever. It is what it is. What are you going to do? You know? Everybody acts like they're tough until the moment comes. Am I tough? No. Was I in Vietnam with my arm blown off? Have I been born in India poor with fucking diseases? No, my life isn't that bad. You just have to mentally.
It's a state of mind. It's a state of mind. I agree.
Have you ever been black and been in Connecticut and then just been locked out of the house? You know what I'm saying?
You guys know the story?
And then you just had to sleep.
Let me tell a story, bro. Let me tell a story. Q sleeps at my house, right? This is the funniest fucking thing ever. He sleeps at my house because we go to Connecticut Horror Fest, and he was playing the Duke from Rosebud. He actually was in character at the convention. Anyways, he doesn't tell me. We go to sleep. My door automatically locks. right? He doesn't tell me he smokes cigarette. He's like a fucking closet smoker. So he goes outside to call his girl and be like, yo, I'm not banging bitches with Pete. I'm just smoking cigarettes, whatever the fuck. And he tries to get back in and he can't get back in. And he can't. I told him the code, but he forgot. He tried to go in my car.
I didn't forget. It was 69. It worked.
No, that's the garage code. It was 69,
yeah,
69, but I can shut my garage power off from inside. Then he tried to get in the car. He couldn't get in the car. Then he was trying to piss outside. Motherfuckers slept on my stairs coming into my condo for like 4 hours,
it was upstairs, too. It was scary, bro.
Yeah.
Talking about Fright Night scary.
Hey.
Try sleeping on a fucking Camp Crystal Lake map in Connecticut and you're black.
We were partying.
Yeah.
On a different level. And we were fucked up, bro. He was laying on the carpet. Neighbors and shit seen him. My whole area is all white. They're like, who's this black motherfucker on the stairs? It was crazy, bro. And then I woke up at 4:30. He tried playing music through my goddamn speakers.
Yeah, I tried to use my brain, yo. I was like, I can connect to the Bluetooth speaker to hear and play some fucking death metal and like some 21 Savage trap music and wake him up. Like, I turned that shit all the way up. Turn the Bluetooth speaker up. Wake up, motherfuckers. This house is up here. Yeah, this is going to work. No, this motherfucker was gone, sleeping like motherfucking smoking in bed.
Oh, my God.
I couldn't get in and shit. I couldn't get in.
I'm surprised you was able to sleep on the stairs, bro. I've been sleeping with one eye open in that motherfucker.
I was, dog. I kept hearing noises and shit, dogs barking and shit. I went to go take a piss, and then I was peeing and shit. Like in Connecticut, you live on the fucking hill. I was pissing and shit. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I was middle of the night, just like 3:30 at night, and then I hear something like jump in some water, like a pool. I'm thinking it's a motherfucking lycanthrope. So I'm drunk as hell. I turn around 360, run with my dick out.
Yo, then he
True
calls
story,
my phone
fast as I can.
If you call someone's phone like 3 times in a minute, it'll break the silence and actually ring like an emergency. So it rang, and I was like, "Hello," and he's like, "Yo, man, I'm outside, bro. I'm outside, bro." I came downstairs. I did a video of what he looked like. Hold on.
Nah, man.
You gotta do him like that.
That's what I was. I was like, lay down. I couldn't even talk, bro.
Wow.
That's exactly what he did, bro. I was like, "You okay? You want to piss?" He's like, "Lay down, lay down." He was like a fucking zombie, bro.
What the fuck was you thinking on?
Oh shit, everything.
We were, Rashad. We were partying at a level that most people don't survive from.
Yeah.
We were there.
I'm too old for that.
I was about to say, man, I can't handle liquor like I used to.
I was only on beers too, but there was a lot of them.
Yeah, I bet.
I could use some beer.
We probably drank, I don't know, 6 shots, Q, and at least 12 beers each in a 3-4 hour period.
Fuck.
And we'll just leave it at that. But there was some other shit. But we were fucked up. Fucked up. Yeah.
You guys are Lost Boys.
Yeah,
I was about to say, look.
Little sister.
Well, wasn't that the tagline? Part with sleep all day, party all night. It's fun to be a vampire.
And then I busted his balls. I would play the video of Samuel L. Jackson in what's the name of the movie?
Django.
He's like, because he slept on my sheets and he fucking nose bled and he bled all over my pillows and everything. So I played the clip from Django. We gonna have to burn all the sheets. We gotta
burn the sheets, the pillowcase, the bed, everything else. That motherfucker go.
I did bleed all over.
Great.
Oh, man. It was a crazy story. Fun time.
Good shit, you guys.
Yeah, good stuff. That's a movie by itself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Aaron's gonna sleep over next time he comes over.
You out of your goddamn.
Oh yeah.
Aaron got these little butt cheeks, little Christmas hams.
Yeah, they're nice.
Yeah, they're nice. I'm gonna give him some roofies. I'm gonna fucking split that shit.
That's fucked up.
Jesus.
You just gonna do me like that?
I will, bro. I'll tell you I love you after.
You won't even talk to me first?
I'll tell you you're special.
That's good. That's the start.
After you leave, you'll be bleeding and shit. I'm like, you're special. And you're like, you call me? I'm like, no, I ain't gonna call you.
I'm gonna curl up in the corner. That's all fucked up.
Like Jim Carrey in the shower.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No.
Fright Night, baby.
Blacktastic, baby. Fright Night is the winner to me. Me being an artist, I gravitate towards things that are artistic. Lost Boys is good, but it's just cool and nothing more.
You know what? Just for that, I'm not watching your movie now, man.
Black Taxi the homie though. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Black Taxi.
Shout out to Black
Man,
Taxi, guys.
I thought we get more Lost Boys votes in here.
We probably did. I'm trusting you, Q. I'm trusting you.
Yeah, I'm looking at all the
Q's blocking them all. You know what you're doing?
No, man. I ain't being biased.
You blocking them shit, son.
Right. Like I said, it's mainstream.
Y'all can look through the comments. Too. I was telling the truth. That was good shit.
All right, don't let Attorney Cuba intimidate you, okay?
Let's get my shit going. You want me to do the buttons like in the movie?
It's probably he's taking his clothes off now.
Oh Lord, the Gavarsi done kicked in. What you say, motherfucker? I ain't drunk. Shit.
Yeah. Well, yeah, shit, man. Yeah, we almost 2 hours. We had 1 hour 45. Y'all ready? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
It was live. You know what I'm saying? It was definitely the livest stream I ever had for sure.
Good stuff.
It was fire. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, let y'all get on.
I know. Don't.
That's me working out before the shot.
Yeah, before the shot. You gotta pump up, you know what I mean?
That do some push-ups.
That look good on camera, bro.
All right, yeah. All right.
That's the good to pump.
It's so good. It's so fun.
You get a good pump. It feels like coming. It feels like having sex with a woman and coming. You know. That's how
I go to the gym. I come. I smoke weed. I come. I go home with all day.
He said, "So coming day and night. That's great, right?"
Oh shit.
Yeah, I've got pumps before working out, but I don't think it feels like coming.
This motherfucker's cracking up, bro.
I don't know what kind of coming he was talking about.
I'm with you, bro.
Yeah.
All right, Q, you ready for some F-13?
Yeah. So yeah,
play, bro. Let's go play. We already won.
Let's go play. Yeah, I'm forming no beer. Damn shit. This motherfucker is popping his shirt out. Yeah, it's time to. All right, hey, Aaron, what you got?
Hey, what is that? What is that? Is that a lump? Is that cancer? God damn.
All right, Aaron.
Being out, I'm Lizzo with the damn ball head. I'm not gonna take my shirt off.
I didn't say you was Lizzo. He said that shit. I didn't call you Lizzo. That'd be fucked up, bro. Hell no, bro.
That'd be funny. That girl got a body like a plate of mashed potatoes, like your boy said.
Lizzo, you ain't heard about that shit? Like she been having bitches eating her pussy out or shit on tour or some shit.
A plate of mashed potatoes. Like you go to touch it, just smears out all over the place.
Just smears all over the place, just lumpy and everything, man.
You ain't heard about Lizzo though in the news and shit? Like she got some lawsuits.
My daughter is like a Lizzo super fan, so I couldn't wait to share that article with her. I said, check out Lizzo fat ass now. And my daughter gets mad every time I say that, like, Daddy, really? You fat shaming her? I'm like, I ain't fat, she fat shaming the damn self. Everybody tell her to go out there looking like a blob.
Nothing against Lizzo, because she's achieved shit that we all have achieved, and she has a talent with her voice. But you tell me, she does a show for 3 hours, she gets off stage, what does her asshole smell like? What does her pussy smell like? It ain't good, Rashad. It ain't good.
Yeah.
Be honest.
I love it. It there. Now we get into Lizzo's asshole.
Yeah. Right. It's a little salty. You know what I'm saying? Fuck, my balls are salty right now.
I was about to say, look, Beyonce come on stage being salty, man. Like you get on stage, you sweat like.
I'll eat it. I'll eat it with Beyonce.
Yeah, all that booty sweat.
Yeah, hers seems like it smells better. I don't know. Is that wrong? I don't know.
It all stinks the same. I think I've been with big and small, and it all smells the same, bro.
Yeah. But Jay-Z is so ugly. Maybe it smells.
Think about it.
It's psychological.
Beyonce is like Lost Boys, though. You know, it's visually stimulating.
Yeah, it's what I mean? But then again, Jay-Z is so fucking ugly.
Yeah,
his DNA has like corrupted it somehow.
Jay-Z is Fright Night. He's scarier.
Yeah, exactly.
Scary as fuck, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's scary as fuck.
What the fuck?
Remember, me and Q were gonna do a special on who's the ugliest rappers of all time. It's like Lil Wayne,
Jay-Z's up there.
Flavor Flav, right? Jay-Z, Craig Mack.
Craig, I took the words out of my mouth. Craig Mack.
Yeah.
I met that motherfucker in person.
Even Biggie. Biggie's ugly as fuck.
Yeah.
Then you talk
Black
about
and ugly as ever.
The best looking rappers ever. LL Cool J, Tupac, right? You gotta go that way.
Method Man, like most women now, they love Method Man now, not back then. Like they like him better now than they did.
Yeah,
back in the day.
That motherfucker be doing CrossFit and shit. That motherfucker.
head. Like my baby mama, every time she see, ooh, Method Man, I'm like, all right, I get it. You know, damn.
When Eminem did Superman, every white girl in the world wanted to bang him, even though he's not really good looking. You know, it's just the way it is.
He got a corny ass nose and shit. That motherfucker look like
made like 170
DC
pounds.
villain.
My dick weighs 170 pounds.
Hey, I weigh 170 pounds. Hey, man.
So you weigh as much as Pete Anthony's dick?
Oh, damn. What? I didn't think about that.
Yo, I heard who was I think it was Brock Lesnar. They asked Brock Lesnar about Conor McGregor. They say, would you fight Conor McGregor? I take shits bigger than that guy. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. There's a reason why there's 5 to 7 pound weight classes in fighting.
Right.
It's a big fucking difference. Somebody weighs 50, 100 pounds more than you. That's a big deal, bro. You might hit him 3 times, but he hits you once, it's game over.
Oh yeah. Because Conor McGregor's the better fighter, but Brock gets a hold of you, man.
Yeah, like if you ever watched the Gotti Ward fights, they landed 1,000 punches in those fights. 1,000. No, you can't get hit by Mike Tyson 1,000 times. You'd be brain dead.
No.
You'd be brain dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd be stupid. Yeah. Alphabet soup bound, you know what I'm saying? Mike Tyson hit you like motherfucker though.
Yeah, Mike Tyson hit you once in this over.
Mike Tyson hit me once, I'd be queefing like those vampires in the cave.
Damn, you had to take it back there again. Had to take it back there again.
All right, sorry, we're letting the show go farther. I'm sorry.
I don't know. You know, that's how
about that closing argument, though? How about that closing? I'll mail this shit to you.
How the fuck you get it printed out, bro? You got to print it?
I wrote it, bro. I give a fuck about the show.
Yeah, he's got like a $600 printer. Just
who got a printer?
I was about to say, did you print that out? Or did you actually like handwrite it?
I fucking printed it.
Oh, you printed it?
Went over it multiple times. Yeah,
that's
I give
dedication.
a fuck about my presentation.
That's dedication.
You got a printer?
G? Yeah, right here.
I got a printer. It don't work though.
I got a printer. That shit is.
He got a fax machine, printer,
it's a fax machine. It's all that shit.
Proof of fucking UFO aliens and shit.
Just in case you guys wanted to know, if you want to get a hold of me, Peter Anthony Productions card. If you want to scan that shit, that's the link tree right there, baby.
Nice.
That's how we roll.
Nice. Pretty nice. Let's see Paul Allen's card.
Paul Allen.
Who's Paul Allen?
I'm stupid. Don't worry about it. For American Psycho. Oh shit.
The card. Yeah, I got you.
Dave.
I got you. Yeah. All right, cue this. Nice F-13, bro. Let's go.
Yeah, man. Let's close it off. What everybody got going on? I'll start first. I think tomorrow I'm gonna record my reaction to my secret edition. This motherfucker who was addicted to tuna. Like really addicted to tuna. That leaves it around the house, spills it on the shirt, licks it and shit. I think that's gonna be my next reaction, and along with Ninja Turtles. Aaron, glad for you to join us this evening. What do you got coming up? Big stuff. I already know. So
yeah, man. Yeah, we're doing a series called The Horrorverse. It's on YouTube. We had the Shape Fam film that came out last year, just paying tribute to all this nostalgic horror stuff, and that did pretty good. And we've got a huge series we're doing that's going to end with 3 feature films to end the series, which is going to be great. Peter Anthony's a part of it. He's kicking ass. Also got a podcast called Around the Reel. We talk to creatives, musicians, artists, filmmakers, everybody across the board. We have a good time, and we're real. So that's what we got going on, man.
Hell yeah, bro. Good shit.
All right, my turn.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I just got a screener today for an independent film called Brother. So I'm going to be dropping a review for that tomorrow. This how can I describe it? It's a Toronto urban film. It's about black people in Toronto, in the hood.
Yeah, they there.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I didn't know Toronto had a hood, but
I didn't either. Wow.
Drake, baby, Drake.
Drake.
He's from Toronto, right? He's from Toronto.
Drake. So so I'm dropping that review tomorrow. Then I'm watching The Meg 2 on Friday, so I'm gonna be having a review for that one.
Good luck with that one, bro.
Dog, the first Meg sucked ass, bro. That was such a missed opportunity. So the trailer for the second one looks like how I wanted the first one to be. So
you better see that Ninja Turtles though. Yeah. Hey, come on, bro. We know it to our grown adult selves. We talked about this last night.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, now I'm going to see the Turtles either Saturday or Sunday. And I'm going by myself because my son doesn't want to see it. I couldn't believe it myself. I was like, son, we're going to see the Turtles. He says, okay.
Yeah, that's
yeah, we got to talk about it. That we'll have to have a live about that one. We already know.
That hurt my feelings.
Yeah.
So see, that's all I got coming. Yeah, so I got Brother, the Meg 2, and then the Turtles on either Saturday or Sunday.
I'll be coming out with Codename
Hell
Tank,
yeah.
which is an episode of the Horrorverse, which we just filmed in Seattle last week. I was on set for 2 different movies, 259, which is Cody Newton's masterpiece, which I was helping on, which is a super high budget for an indie film that is absolutely fucking phenomenal. Q, I sent you videos and pictures. You can attest to this. It is beyond regular indie level. One set alone was $70,000 for 1 day of shot for the set.
Yeah, they spent some money, bro.
So that movie's great. I can't wait for everybody to see my rendition of Tank for Aaron Carlson's genius show, The Horrorverse Codename Tank. And then eventually there's going to be a movie that comes out after that. But then I'm in the middle of writing, which is called Laugh right now, with Terry Kaiser, Academy Award winner, and Todd Jenkins, Golden Globe winner. This is the poster, which nobody has seen yet, which is almost out for Laugh with Terry Kaiser and Todd. So that'll be coming out soon. I've got big time investors, big time stuff coming out with that. Big names that I can't name right now as being major actors, and that's like my home run shot to try to make it into the industry. Laugh.
Good for you, either.
Roseblood was the shit, man. So I'm rooting for you, bro.
Yep.
Yeah. You know we rooting. You know what I'm saying. You know I'm rooting. You know I'm gonna be there carrying mattresses, whatever. The fuck
Q has a role in it.
Okay,
Q's got a role in it.
Yep. Yeah. And I'm doing whatever, you know what I'm saying, what's needed, you know what I'm saying? CG, whatever, to down to the whole nine and shit. So and it's awesome to be with great creatives like y'all tonight. Debate was on point, yo. I mean, debate was on point, and it was so much fun for real. Like,
I think it was great because it was honest.
Yeah, it was honest too. It was honest. It was honest. And we all respected each other's opinions, and I respect that. Yeah. So, man, you know, going on 2 hours now, 5 minutes from 2 hours. And I'm gonna let everybody get back to their nights. Thank y'all so much for joining me, like taking 2 hours out of your time, you know what I'm saying, just to talk movies. I'm always down to talk movies or pop culture or whatever. Hit me up on my social media, whatever, Instagram, Cube3000s. I think it's in my thing, YouTube or whatever. And thank my awesome panel guests tonight, bro. And Fright Night versus Lost Boys. I think we both win. And don't forget to sub. And like always, don't just stare at it. Eat it. Peace. Thanks, guys.
Peace.
I'll let you.
Peace out,
yes, sir. All right.
Take it easy.
Oh, damn. How do I get out of this motherfucker?
Oh, shit. Did I end it?